What up?
Just in time.
Nation.
How y'all doing tonight?
What's going on, baby?
Ready to do it. Talking a classic, a banger tonight.
Hell yeah,
banging,
man.
baby.
Recommended by the main man, Steph. So y'all can thank my boy for the fucking 8-1 pick tonight from Dusk till Dawn. Let me see. I only got this shit on DVD, but I finally can get to it since I got that fucking that Blu-ray shelf I was showing y'all. But I got this literally only because of the documentary, because it's out of print, but I only own it on DVD. But it's got From Dusk Till Dawn. I bought it just literally, so I was like, I could get the Blu-ray for the same price.
They couldn't
Really,
find
you know I'm
it.
a big documentary guy.
Is it documentary on the first one?
Yeah, just the first.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's all. Yeah, that's all that matters.
It's
So
got,
that's the name of the documentary. It's Full Tilt Boogie.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a movie. Okay.
Nope.
That was a movie.
It's really just like, it's not the greatest documentary, to be honest. It's kind of like a behind the scenes.
That still would be dope, but it's what is it, like short, like 30 minutes or some shit. 45.
I still haven't watched those other sequels, right? So, or prequels.
I think I seen the second one, but I gave up after that.
How did they go back to the second one when the house got well, I guess the house is technically still there, but
There's different eras. I believe the other one is in I might have seen the third one. I remember one. If I remember correctly, one might have been like in the past when like a western.
that's a third one.
shit.
Third one was
Okay.
a prequel, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, so it was in the past. Okay, makes sense. It makes sense.
Show's not too bad.
What's that?
The show
Dusk
used
Till
to-
Dawn.
I never
Okay.
got into it.
That's
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was pretty
looking at.
solid.
I'm trying to see how many seasons of it.
There's 3 seasons. The dude who played George Clooney's character in the show, bro, talk about like mimicking. Like he had the whole George Clooney vibe, like the be cool, everybody be cool.
So
like
what was the
just
show
the whole.
about? What was the show about?
It was like a rehash of the movie, but just
I always thought it was more kind of like The Hangman's Daughter, where it's like more like in Puerto Rico or in Mexico with like, isn't it like a more, Spanish based cast? Like it's
the show,
like
yeah.
heist
Yeah.
shit going on. I never watched it, so I can't be sure. I just remember
Yeah,
seeing
because it had to have more to do than just the bar. There had to be more to it than that.
Instead of 2 white dudes, it's 2
Well, it went for a
Hispanic
couple
dudes,
seasons.
like the brothers.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
3 seasons. It was solid.
No, yeah, I never saw it.
But I'm definitely waiting for this to get a 4K.
That's what I was looking up.
No, there's no 4K. That's
It's
one.
got only a
Everybody's waiting for
Blu-ray
4K.
right now, and you could get this set on a Blu-ray, but it was out of print and like really expensive. And this is actually a Canadian DVD,
Yeah.
so I got this, and I
Oh, wow.
I'm cheap, but
They're getting started putting the Tarantino stuff out more, so I think the next stuff out is Kill Bill 1 and 2 in 4K and Foxy Brown.
That's not on 4K yet?
This is Robert Rodriguez, so
Well, yeah, I know, but it's Quentin Tarantino-esque type, you know.
Miramax.
yeah, I'm praying. I mean, this is the one that I think especially deserves a 4K. I think it would look really good.
Just for Selma Hayek.
Is Robert Rodriguez involved in the sequels at all? I know he doesn't direct any of that.
He might have been like producer. I think he had more of a hand in the shows as an executive producer.
Spiegel directed the second one, and I know that name, Scott Spiegel.
He's a horror guy. I don't know what he directed.
I think he
Spike
worked
Spiegel from Cowboy.
That's what I was thinking.
Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, executive producers, it looks like.
Yeah, they just do that to get
because they created it, you know what I mean? Like they gotta just throw their names in there.
They get the credit.
He was the guy that I think he wrote Intruder, that slasher in the grocery store. He was involved in that.
Oh, I think
Scott Spiegel, you're right.
Yeah. Because he's friends with Sam Raimi and all them. Because Tom Savini did all the effects in this. They have cameos in this. What is
Sex Machine or whatever.
Sex Machine.
Yeah, he's more than a cameo.
Greg Nicotero is the blonde guy who Tom Savini takes the beer bottle out of, and they got blonde guy whose hair gets pissed. That's Greg Nicotero, fucking legendary. I know Babel probably knows, but I didn't know Vern and Scarpad. Well, Scarpad knows he fucking loves Walking Dead.
That's the first time I saw this movie knowing who Tom Savini was. Like I watched it 100 times growing up in the 90s, but I don't know who it was. So it was even cooler now being like, he's phenomenal. Like he's just like got a presence about him too. He could have been a huge
star. He started out as an actor, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he didn't do many parts, but he's done some. That dude would have fit right into Sons of Anarchy, man. He should have been in that.
Yeah. But we'll do a little. Let me do a little sidetrack for just a half a second, and before we fully get into From Dusk Till Dawn, because I know this is going to be a good one. I'd say I think I got a couple things for horror news. I know there's that Boogeyman movie out in theaters right now, based off the Stephen King short story, which some people are giving it. Some people are really liking it. Some people are really liking it. I guess it's directed by the guy who did I think it was a Shudder exclusive shot on film called Host, and I actually that was like really big during COVID, and I thought that was actually pretty good. I guess it's shot very well, good character development, that it's more jump scary, in that type of line, but it's got like good characters, good story, very good cinematography. So I'm excited to check it out. I wanted to go see it in theaters, but Scarpad's like, it'll probably be on.
It'll be in streaming in about 3 weeks. Yeah.
Didn't
What's
Disney
that?
put that one out?
I don't know.
Disney. I think Disney.
It's 20th Century Fox. That's why I was like, ooh, I don't know who's.
So it could have been a leftover from. It could have been a leftover from when they didn't own the studio. Would be my guess.
But I mean,
it'll be on streaming give it a few months, a few weeks.
I guess it's got the Sophia girl, I think is from the Yellow Jacket show. Like the main girl, and then it's got the guy who plays
she's in Scream.
The Scott guy in Suicide Squad 2. You know what I'm talking about? James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Who's the Polka Dot Man?
Polka Dot Man. He's in it too. You know what I'm talking about? He looks a little weird. He's actually a really good actor, David Dasmalakian or something.
Yeah.
You like this guy?
Yeah. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He
hosted the Chainsaw War.
Yeah. Did he? I was gonna say that, but I didn't know if you guys watched it. Rob Savage directed it, and I would definitely check out Host. That was actually really good. And then it looks like he did Dash Cam, which I wasn't that crazy about, but I did like Host. It looks like Scott Beck did the screenplay, which I know he's got some horror. He did 65, Quiet Place, Haunt.
Well, plus wasn't it a
Oh,
Stephen,
Haunt. Okay, Haunt.
Yeah, that
wasn't
which
that a Stephen
65
King
that
short
just came
story?
out.
Isn't that where it came from?
Boogeyman?
Yeah, it's a short story, Stephen King short story.
Yeah. And which I guess is very it's like it follows the short story to a T, I guess, and then expands on it. Yeah, if you're a Yellow Jackets fan, I guess there's supposed to be a bonus episode will air between season 2 and 3, which that's a show I've only watched the first couple episodes of season 1, but I'm dying to like fully jump into it. I've been kind of trying to let it build up so I could just do an awesome binge. So I'm definitely hyped to check that out. I hear a lot of good things. It looks like Robert Englund actually announced he's done with Freddy. I saw on a video somewhere. I gotta actually watch the whole video, but I guess just 2 days ago it was celebrating Robert Englund Day with Blade Disgusting and Screambox on June. Oh, it was his birthday the other day, and
time to hang up the hooks.
Yeah, but I am excited that June 6th. His documentary will be on Screambox exclusively, which I already pre-ordered the Blu-ray, so I'll be definitely checking that out. So I highly recommend. What is it called? Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, the Robert Englund story. The company that's been doing them has been putting out some really good stuff. They originally put out this Pennywise documentary, which this won Best Documentary of the Year over In Search of Darkness. I was happy for it because it really is fucking good. I watched this shit like 3 or 4 times. But I couldn't.
It deserved it. I mean, In Search of Darkness, as much as we like them, there's not much documentary to it. It's just kind of like clips and them talking about it.
This was a
documentary.
This was a really good one. And then they put out Terrifier 2. It's like the they have like this little screen box and they're numbering them, which I like. So this was number 1, this was number 2, and then they just put out Living with Chucky, which this is another great documentary where they go by each Chucky movie one by one, like one after the other, which I really like.
Was that Terrifier 2 movie the 4K or just Blu-ray?
Look like Blu-ray.
This is Blu-ray slip on the 4K.
Oh, okay. Oh, and Cinedism did that one? I wasn't aware of that. Cool.
What?
Same group that did the Chucky and all that, did that?
Yep, because this is...
Cool. Oh, yeah. Cool.
1, 2, 3. And then Robert Englund should be 4, I believe. Actually, I think I saw somewhere that it said like 5 or something, so there's something else that came out. Some random movie I think came out from them, but I'm trying to get all these documentaries because I do really like them. And I think they said filming on Robert Eggers' Nosferatu remake is reportedly wrapped in Prague, which I know.
Right.
Vern was saying he was excited for that, and I'm super hyped.
Oh yeah,
Wondering big time if it's gonna be.
He was
Lighthouse.
He was on my top 10 list when we did the Verno's top 10 list of horror icons. I put Nosferatu on there, so yeah, I'm super.
Yeah, which I would say watch my top 10, but you don't want to see me just running back and forth because I was throwing up all night. I want to redo, man. I want to redo.
We'll do a different topic down the road. We got it in
one too because our lists were like completely different.
Yeah,
I was just like. Yeah, I love Child's Play 2. It was so good, and it's so good.
I got Child's. I had Abbott Costello on mine, man.
That shit was rough, bro.
No, you were a trooper.
I didn't want to fucking butt out on you though, man, because I was gonna be like, can we do it tomorrow? But I didn't. I knew you were like, you're killing me, man.
No, I could tell. You weren't feeling fucking well, bro. It's all good.
Next time I go on Verno's show, I plan to have diarrhea. So I'll be looking for a ringer that night. I'll call you guys.
That Robert Eggers' Nosferatu should have Willem Dafoe playing Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that shit's good. The dude looks like Nosferatu, just like throw the teeth on him and like no makeup, and he's already.
You don't have to do much with him.
To what you said about the black and white, it was shot in color.
It was.
Yeah,
I hope
think
they do 2 versions. Maybe
that'd be cool. They definitely should do 2 versions.
They should. I feel like it's easy. I don't know, man. I feel like that wouldn't be that hard to do.
Yeah,
but who knows? I think that is probably gonna be it. I know. What is it? Also, Renfield comes out on Blu-ray this upcoming Tuesday, so definitely recommend picking that up. That was a really good one. Yeah, I'm just picking up the regular.
Say no to the non-4K. Say no.
But I'll show this as for show and tell. But People Under the Stairs also came out on 4K this week. So if you don't own that,
in a world where I just want to rant, and in a world where I can go on Amazon, I saw it tonight and buy the old movie Mystery Men with Ben Stiller on 4K, I should be able to fucking buy Renfield. You know what I mean?
You would think. But yeah, so I believe that is the horror news this week. I was trying to think if I had anything else. It looks like, did they just announce a Vader show?
Stop the presses.
People are calling for Ezra Miller.
What?
People are calling for Ezra Miller to be replaced.
Yeah.
I know that. I've been hearing that for like fucking years.
Movie comes out in a half a week.
Coming soon.
Just in water is wet.
I think, is this real? coming. Snow, Game of Thrones Snow.
That's real.
That's in the works. Yeah.
It looks like a fake poster.
No, the poster might be fake, but that shit's happening.
Yeah,
I know it is supposed to be soon. Everyone's saying it's fake, but I think it's real, actually. Or just a mock-up. Let me see.
I love it. Someone in the chat here talk about Peacock. I saw the best meme, dude. You know, HBO Max went from HBO Max just to Max, and people were like, "Your move, Peacock."
we won't be going to CAC no time soon.
CAC's got the best horror movies, though.
Also, not horror, but Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse came out. Highly fucking recommend that. That shit is next level.
Awesome.
And yeah. So we'll get into From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh wait, no. Scarpad told me Subspecies 4 or 5. I think it's 4 or 5. I think it's 4. Subspecies 4, full moon title. Awesome vampire flick is out on Screenbox right now.
Yeah, the one no one watches.
Which I think Fable is a fan of Subspecies, but I know Robbie is at least. These are really fun.
Is that Radu?
Yeah.
Radu? Vampire? Yeah. I know.
So.
Yeah, there was 4 of them. The new one is the 5th one.
No, there's 3, and then there was a 4th one called Vampire Journals.
Oh, okay.
So there's only 3 that are called Subspecies. And I think the Vampire Journals has nothing to do with Radu. But I'm actually excited because I actually want to rewatch these and then dive into that 4th one because it actually looked really good. And I believe Anders Hove, who played Radu, is coming back. It's supposed to be a prequel, but I was like, the guy's probably old as fuck now, but I'm guessing.
You said his name was Ragu.
They put in Radu,
yeah.
But I'm guessing so much makeup on him. It looks like in medieval times or something, but I guess with all the makeup, it doesn't really matter. Damn, I missed there. I swear there was some Vader freaking announcement. And I hate when Instagram reloads the top. You see something good on top and then it refreshes and you're like, where did it go? But yeah, 1996 From Dusk Till Dawn, Robert Rodriguez. This isn't his directorial debut, right?
Is it El Mariachi?
Because I know that this was obviously one of those kind of like Hostel where it was like a Quentin Tarantino presents.
Yeah.
Element. But this would have Desperado was probably his first big one, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. That was this. Yeah.
Desperado. But I feel like this is what probably solidified where they're like, oh, Tarantino's fucking with this guy. Like, because Tarantino still was he was huge at this point because he had just done
2 years after Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction put him on the map.
I looked it up earlier. Basically, it's like you said, he did El Mariachi, Desperado, and then this. That's where Robert Rodriguez was. Quentin
The Faculty.
Tarantino was coming off of Pulp Fiction, and then
Yeah.
this is George Clooney while he's still on ER, and it's his first Hollywood movie.
Right.
So that's like where everyone's at in their career, which is cool because you look at it now and they're a bunch of legends, but at the time, it's really the beginning.
They were working
I think
for it.
it's Salma Hayek's first. I think it's her first movie too.
She was in Desperado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait to own all the Quentin Tarantino's on 4K. I mean, look at how gorgeous that black and white cover is.
Yeah, I mean, if you think of it, this movie, the big star in this movie is really Harvey Keitel.
Right.
He's the biggest known name.
With the clout, yeah.
When I was a kid, I don't even think I knew he was.
George Clooney was big, but he wasn't that big at this point.
Yeah, he was as big as Harvey Keitel.
He was.
He was just starting to gain some notoriety around
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and this was like a little something different, I feel like, where it was a little edgy for him. Not like all pretty boy romantic comedy.
I think that's what got him Batman. He would have been a good Batman or a different director, bro. Like he had the coolness or the edge.
Totally.
That you know.
Well, I don't.
He's still badass.
Yeah, very true. That is very true.
Dude, this is my favorite role he's ever done, without a doubt.
This is the coolest role he's ever done. This is like the only time he's ever been a badass in a movie.
Well,
Besides Batman.
Out of Sight, he was pretty good too.
Oh,
he wasn't a badass though. He was smooth, but he wasn't like.
Those are probably my two favorites. I'd have, and then maybe like.
This is more than he's on the edge of being a villain. Yeah.
I've never seen any.
But he was a killer. He was a villain.
You know,
you believe that he could be that badass though, like he could handle all that shit under the stress of that. You know, he always has that cool factor to him, but there's certainly an edge in this role that he just never had.
Everybody sleeps on Tarantino in this movie. I thought he did a fantastic.
You know what's fucked up? This is random.
He held his own with every one of those guys.
Tarantino was younger than all of us except for Dylan when he shot this movie. Wow. George Clooney was like 35, 36. They look older almost. Like George Clooney's always seemed like he's been in his 40s to me, like, you know, mid 40s.
Well,
he's only 62 now, and I was like, what? Exactly, because he looked 62 on ER.
Well, the thing about this movie is there's no bad performances in this movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right from the get-go, even the guy that played in Deadwood, that was the
behind the counter. I didn't say anything.
You know, he was great. The cop,
it doesn't matter.
You believe me, right? You believe me, right?
Yeah.
That cop, I think that cop works with Tarantino in Kill Bill, right?
Deputy sheriff.
Two different roles.
He's
great.
But everybody's great in this movie.
He's another one of those directors that gets a lot of very similar people.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to work with this.
You know, Juliette Lewis was this before or after she did like Natural Born Killers?
After,
so she's already good in that type of role, you know. So she's believable.
I was telling Fable this earlier. She aged so badly, unfortunately. Like, she's not even 50 years old yet.
Yeah, really. She's about the same, just older.
She was never a classic beauty. She was.
No, She had a cuteness to her though in her younger years. Like,
who?
No, I didn't say she wasn't a bad actor.
Oh, okay.
She's got
her in Natural Born Killers.
She looked like she belonged in like My Name Is Earl. Like she would have been a regular on that show. Like she's not, but she's only as hot as a trailer trash type of girl can get.
I didn't know that. So there's a Greg Nicotero who I was telling you about. He has a effects company called K&B. It stands for him and two other buddies, Greg Nicotero, Robert Kurtzman, and K. Kurtzman.
The other one.
Nicotero and Howard Berger, I think it was. I think it's Berger, and I think he's the one who did Wishmaster, maybe. It's either Wishmaster or no, that's Kurtzman. But it looks like Kurtzman is the one who originally created. He did the story, and then Quentin Tarantino did the screenplay. So this isn't even Quentin. I thought this was always Tarantino's original.
So did I.
He just did the screenplay. This is originally Kurtzman, which a lot of those guys, Kurtzman and Berger and Nicotero, were doing pretty cool screenplays, like, because they were good practical effects. And I feel like they did some of the coolest movies back then. like in the late 80s and like I'm more like early 90s to late 90s. I mean, they did Wishmaster, and that's one of my favorites. I think just because a lot of their shit was practical effects driven, and they would just have really cool ideas. That's a cool thing. I didn't know that Kurtzman was the original writer on that.
They did The Mist too, which we just covered. I feel like they did a lot of stuff around that era. They were huge. They're still
A&B has worked on so much stuff. It's not even funny. It's not even funny.
Wow.
Like if you go look up Greg Nicotero, go look at all of them, bro. They have done not just horror. They've done like comedies in the 80s. They've done rom-coms. They've done sci-fi. Anything with practical effects, they've done.
Wasn't Nicotero?
Nicotero
insane. Did the effects on Black Christmas. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he was part of that thing then, but I mean, he goes back to 70s.
Not the original.
Yeah, the original one.
No, Nicotero, bro, didn't get it. He didn't make his
he
start until Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Actually,
what am I thinking about?
It might have been Day of the Dead. It actually might have been Day of the Dead.
No shit, Day of the Dead?
Well, that's Savini, isn't it? Or did he do it with
Savini?
Savini was only in Dawn of the Dead.
Where Nicotero is Savini's friend. And actually, the company was supposed to be Savini, Nicotero, Kurtzman, and the other guy. But Savini had stuff going on with his daughter.
Yeah, he pulled
out. He had to bow out, and then it just became the trio. Because originally all those guys worked for Tom Savini.
Yeah.
And then he had to kind of take a step back because he had to take care of his daughter. But those guys, man, they did so much. It's not even fucking funny. Like Nicotero's big reason why Walking Dead looks as good as it does. He did all the practical effects for all those seasons. People under the stairs. I literally couldn't. He did the Halloween. I know this is gonna throw you off, but he did the Halloween 5 mask. He's done so much.
Yeah,
bro.
you're right, Dylan. His first work was on Day of the Dead under the tutelage of Tom Savini.
Yep, thought so.
Wow.
Yep, I knew it. So I was gonna say I think Tom Savini's is Dawn of the Dead. I believe he might have something before that with Romero, but I'm pretty sure it's Dawn because he was supposed to be there for Night of the Living Dead. But he ended up going to college or the military.
What was the other movie we watched with is one of the it was what that William Sandler was in it with the when they went in that gas station. Demon Night. Nicotero did a lot of the effects in that movie.
Yep.
When he went to the gas station.
What was a gas station? It was wherever they were.
Oh yeah, the hotel.
But he did a lot of those practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I remember we commented that was the best part of that movie. That movie had
I want to say he might have done them for Bordello of Blood as well.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
The vampires in this, once they go full vampire, spoiler alert, everybody, there's vampires in this movie. They remind me a lot of the demons in Demon Night. You know what I mean? The design wise, they're really similar to the ones that are full body demons in Demon Night.
Yeah. They have definitely similar.
And they had some good differences. And then they pulled out that demon, whatever that was, demon monkey monster or whatever. Whatever that thing was that came out of Savini. Somehow he grew a new head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so obviously we know this movie starts off with, them at that sheriff talking about these guys on the run that just robbed a bank and one of the brothers broke out of prison, and then you find out that they're in the store already with the guy, and it just starts off obviously as like almost like a heisty getaway runaway type movie. And there's no hints at all that this is going to be a horror movie or a vampire movie at all, which is obviously what I think has made it unique over the years, because like almost the first half, it's almost two halves.
Yeah, it's almost 50%
movies. But I love the first half of this movie, and I think just they're like George Clooney and Tarantino are brothers, but they are totally at the opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, like Clooney's like, I am a fucking professional. I do not kill people unless like he absolutely has to. He's like, he's handsome. Women, we do not. You know what I'm saying? We do not like, we don't.
His brother's just a psycho.
Yeah, his brother is like a sick, basically a fucking almost like a pedophile type guy, which almost crazy that Tarantino took that role. But he pulls it off, man. He pulls it off. As much as I fucking love the guy, he does have like, he's almost like, he's not as bad as Argento, but he has that like weird look to him. You know what I mean? Like Argento is a creepy motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, and Tarantino I always thought like he's just a nerd. You know what I mean? Like through and through.
He's an ugly looking man, but he's a great director. You know, filmmaker,
one writer,
physically attractive.
Nobody does dialogue like he does. No, like they just sit there
very snappy
about stupid ass shit, and you're just, I'm so invested in this for some reason.
It's almost hard to, because everyone copied him and everyone's still copying him. Kind of, not everyone, but it's one of those things. It's almost hard to even appreciate how original it was at the time. You'd never heard dialogue like that.
Yeah, literally, like you know, it's like the Pulp Fiction with Samuel L. Jackson just talking about, you know, this is a tasty burger. You know what I mean?
Well, it was pretty similar. They did the same thing in Reservoir Dogs, really. You know, that movie was closer to this one, I think.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean you don't? Yeah, right.
I don't dip.
Or True Romance with Christian Slater. When he's talking about Elvis in the beginning, it's such a freaking ridiculous conversation, but you're so enthralled because of the writing.
Hey, Station Robbie. But yeah, I love that this kind of starts off like honestly, like you would think a Tarantino film would be. You know what I mean? And then halfway through, it turns into a straight up horror show.
I'm curious to know when everyone thinks. Because I know Quentin did the script, but it almost feels like up to a certain point, Quentin was handling it, and then it seems it was handed off to Robert Rodriguez. Even though it's probably not what happened, but I definitely noticed the vibe switch up, and I'm curious to know when that scene was for you guys.
I think it was when that chick turned into a vampire and killed Quentin.
Well, I think it was.
For me, it was when he walked to the bar and it like pans out and shows all the ladies dancing and shit. That's when I feel like
that's why it starts off with the whole pussy thing with Cheech Martin. That almost sounds like a whole new intro.
You're totally right, dude. Because in the first part of the movie, nobody would turn and look at the camera and talk to it. The moment they get there, and when Cheech bends down and looks at the camera, says, "If you don't find cheaper pussy anywhere, fuck it," which is one of the best lines in history. That is when they're like, the tone totally shifts. But then it does another shift. It's jarring, but it's fucking awesome. You know, that's what I'm curious about. Also, in the first part of that movie, if you notice, every time they go to kill somebody, they're pointing the guns at their faces, and once they get to the bar, it's almost reverse shots where you see them spin around with the guns from the point of view of who they're shooting. That like everything's backwards. That's maybe what they want to allude to.
Overlord is a movie I feel was influenced by this. Like it starts off as a war movie. You know, there's really nothing to let you believe that there's some Nazis toying around with demonic shit, and then it switches gears
with black.
Then it turns into Wolfenstein.
Right.
I could see that. That's a good point. But yeah, man, I'd say it just starts getting weird once she starts dancing and Selma Hayek starts dancing and shit. Real quick before I start passing it around to you guys, just say what's up to the chat. GT, what's up, brother? Two Gun, what's up, man? Tell the woman I said happy birthday. I know he won't. That'll probably be the only time we really see him because he's out with his lady. Robbie, what's up, brother? Road collecting. Zach, good evening, brother. Lil bro, Evan, what's up, man? Raider Nation, what's up? Kevin, what's up, brother?
Yo.
Big Herm. Comic Fool, what's up? Kenneth, what's up, my brother?
Kenneth.
And let's see. Yeah, Zach says probably on Peacock too. I'm thinking he's talking about Boogeyman.
Yeah.
Blood Rise. Yeah. Kind of reminded you of some Rob Zombie shit. I could see that.
I think Rob Zombie is heavily influenced by Tarantino with his dialogue because I think he's pretty great at it too.
You said what?
Just that I think he's good at it too. Like I like his. It's very Tarantino-esque, the
Yeah.
Rob Zombie dialogue.
Yeah, I love Rob Zombie, man. I know he gets a lot of hate, but I love him, man. And House
Does
of
he?
Corpse is one of my favorites. I highly recommend checking out what is it? It's The Lords of Salem. Nobody talks about that film.
I need to see it. It was remember we were talking about that. Some dude, some random guy on the internet had it #1 on his list when we were all talking about it. It
It's one of his most unique films, honestly. Like where it's not.
Everyone meant to watch that.
You know,
is that where she works at the radio station?
Like a witch. It's like a witch film, but it's like back to like the old school, like Rosemary's Baby type shit, and it just has so much cool, like I don't like very good cinematography and just like really creepy, just fucking still shots going on, man. It's a fucking weird movie. I really like it. His wife leads it, but it's
no way.
Yeah, his
I
wife.
think,
she works at like a radio station.
I know normally,
right?
like, he's got like people like Kevin Spalding, Bill, fucking Mosley, but this one she's like straight leading it.
I would say for dialogue, though, the two people I think come to mind right in that kind of that snappy genre living, they can just be in a conversation about nothing and make it interesting with, popular stuff added in is Tarantino and Kevin Smith. Both those people, I think, write that type of dialogue that can meld in all that topical stuff and entertain you where you just want to listen to them talk.
It's funny. It's also
but they're both like it's like opposite ends.
Right.
They're both dialogue, but it's like two totally different versions.
Another guy that's totally opposite is Seinfeld. It's the same thing where it's talking about it's referential to everything stuff everybody knows, pop culture and things like that. It was like a 90s
Tarantino
thing.
aims more toward a crime demographic. Kevin Smith more toward comedy. But still, pothead. But that type of stuff, it's just entertaining. Where even if you're not interested in what they're talking about, it's just interesting to watch them talk about it and the back and forth.
I agree. So I obviously fucking love this movie. George Clooney is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, it's one of my favorite movies he's ever done. Yeah. I love. Probably every character in this, everyone has their moment to shine. If it's not George Clooney, Tarantino, Harvey Keitel, Tom Savini, you get
fucking Cheech Marin. He plays 3 roles.
Yeah. So Cheech Marin, and then you also get who's the other
that football player guy. I'm not familiar with him.
Oh yeah,
I know
Fred Williamson.
Bartender is another one.
So
Fred Williamson is in it.
Danny Trejo's never looked better than he looks in this movie.
Right?
Yeah, he was thin and he was strong, man.
Best food in Mexico. Yeah. I highly doubt that. This movie just is so quotable to me. I just love the whole vibe of this movie, man. I love how it starts. I love how it has the twist midway through instead of just like a twist ending or some shit. I love the unique take on the vampires. More like, like they're more like monsters in a way. It's a dope ass like heist monster movie in a way. Like I get like I wouldn't say heist, but like you know what I mean, like a on the run.
It was a crime.
Yeah. But I think everyone is fucking fantastic. You even get who's the guy? He's a classic. The fucking black guy who plays a cop and everything.
Yeah, Fred Williamson.
Fred Williamson. Oh, dude, when I said Fred Williamson, I was thinking of fucking that guy who did Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
That's a football player.
That's Fred. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Fred something.
Yeah. The only
Fred
forgettable character for me is the son, the Asian kid.
Yeah.
I think every time I turn the movie on, I'm like, I don't remember him at all.
Yeah, but he did a pretty good job. And of course, I think
that was like his first movie.
The worst death goes to the poor Asian guy.
He's just the only thing I remember is him just going like when they're in the titty twister. He's just like.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I fucking love George Clooney in this. I did like his just the tenseness and his animosity. Like when that he's like, I'm still fucking stewing over that egg putting his hand on me. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this bottle and I'm gonna go fucking crack it over his fucking head once I'm done with it. And Harvey Keitel is like the ex-priest who lost his wife. Just great, man. You know, obviously Harvey Keitel always knocks it out the park. Quentin Tarantino is just like the weird freak, and I love like when they're crossing the border and Cheech Marin comes because he plays like 2 or 3 people in this too, and he comes in the bath like Tarantino won't shut the fuck up, and he just fucking headbutts him or whatever, and she's like, thank God, you know, like it's just like he like Tarantino just did whatever. He was willing to almost go back to jail just to prove that he was right.
You called me a fucking nut. Where I come from,
well, because he was a psychopath. That's why he was just fucking crazy.
He was mentally unstable, bro. Yeah.
Like that guy was like a straight up serial killer. You know
they said in the beginning he was a sex addict, a sex criminal.
Yeah. Well, he's like whatever, it'd be like schizophrenic. Where he's
and then
like,
he did kill the woman on the bed. Come sit next to me, honey.
Yeah, that's.
I can help you. I can help you with that thing. You
and that scene where
if you're serious about that, you know, I can.
George, you know, they will show what happened. George Clooney just is talking to him, and he's like doing flashes of
because
stuff in the room.
But because you don't even need to see it, you just see Clooney's face, and he's just like,
goes, "What's wrong with you, man?"
They used really good sound design and that stuff too. There was all these like these little whooshes, like when he would be thinking creepy thoughts that really laid it on, made it feel extra creepy.
Yeah, or staring at Juliette Lewis's toes and shit. And then,
well, they said they killed like the newspaper person said they killed like 17 people. Chances are it was probably Tarantino that killed the majority of
to get him out, probably. Yeah.
That bit where Juliette Lewis
see like Clooney having like no idea. Like I didn't like I was gonna go to jail. I didn't tell you to kill all these people for me. I don't know, but yeah, I fucking absolutely love this movie and adore it, and it's just one that I could never ever get sick of, man. And I cannot wait for it to get a 4K and a proper Blu-ray. Like why is Arrow or Scream Factory not put this out yet? Like what the fuck is going on?
Right.
It's rights. It's Tarantino.
They got fucking H2O and fucking Halloween Resurrection. I don't want to fucking hear it.
I think you blame Tarantino for this though.
I want to say I thought something has got put out on Scream Factory. Maybe it's Criterion. But Steph, this was your pick, brother. So you kick it off. What do you think of this movie?
Man, I love this film. It's just almost like a perfect movie in the sense of popcorn flick. It's just wildly entertaining from beginning to finish. It's unique. I love how it's, we talked about it, but I love how it switches gears. Like it's just like not a thriller, that crime thriller at the beginning, I guess, a lot of suspense. And then that could have been the whole movie, like them trying to get out, not get caught and make their way over to Mexico. But then it's like, even when they get to Mexico, someone's looking for them. It could have been something.
Shootouts in Mexico, like it.
Yeah.
This shit doesn't go south with third Cheech Marin at the end.
It could have been like Devil's Rejects kind of, but it didn't do that.
Right.
It
reminds me.
Does have like a fucking 3 from Hell vibe.
Yeah,
like,
I mean 3 from Hell. That's what I mean.
I have to see that.
Mexico. Wow, I wonder if fucking Rob Zombie tried to steal from that.
Well, but I'm sure it's an influence.
I'd be surprised if he was influenced. Yeah,
he'll be influenced.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt.
But I love how it switches gears. Like I like you said earlier, Dylan. It stands out and makes it unique because of that. That it could have been this whole other movie, but then it just throws this horror element into it that you don't see coming if you haven't seen the trailers. Nothing that alludes to it, but it still works when it switches. It's debatable. The first half works better than the second half, but the overall product is wildly entertaining. So I really love this film. I've seen this, like this is a film I do watch every couple years. Like I don't go too long without rewatching this. I remember seeing it on like pay-per-view the first time. That was a weird one because I was like 9, probably 10. And of course, it's like they're at the titty bar, so it's like my uncle was like telling me to cover my eyes, but only so much. I was like, how much do I have to cover my eyes, bro? Like the whole movie they're like scantily clad. But
Right.
yeah, always fond memories of this movie. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fable, my brother, another Robert Rodriguez fan. What are your thoughts on this film?
Yeah, I can't help but echo Steph's thoughts, man. This thing is to me the perfect movie as well. I think it's well paced. I think it's unique, like he said. It's totally unique. Crazy twist that you don't see coming, but when it comes, it's badass. I saw this in the movies when it first came out. I was already aware of Quentin Tarantino and from Pulp Fiction and Rodriguez from Desperado. So knowing that those two were working together on a film, I was totally in it. I was in my film snob time at that time. I was knowing all my films and stuff. So totally excited to see it. And did it disappoint, man? This movie's a perfect example of why Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez should have done a bunch of movies together because Quentin Tarantino and in their own right, Rodriguez and Tarantino are great directors, but they're also very self-indulgent when they do their movies, right? But here they balance each other out so well. I mean, when you look at Grindhouse, you'll see that, right? 2 self-indulgent movies from them separate. But when you see something like this and they come together, it's just a balance. It's such a cool balance. And you're absolutely right. It looks like they took turns with directing, took turns with writing, took turns with everything. They were just totally mixed in to make this movie. And yeah, when they get to Mexico, you can see that Robert Rodriguez totally takes over. The camera angles change completely.
Yep.
When the bottom shot with the whole carnival-looking lights behind Cheech Marin while he's saying the pussy lines and everything. And again, Verno, you're absolutely right. One of the most iconic lines, intros, whatever. That whole scene, the whole scene. Apple pie pussy. We got.
I love the lights.
Yeah, the lights, everything. And
they just let him go with it.
Robert Rodriguez is very into his heritage and very into the Mayan and the Aztec culture and all of that stuff. So that's reflected in this movie, and it makes for a great twist. That ancient vampires.
You see that?
They would be ancient Americans, right? Like not, you know what I mean? Not what you think. Yeah, it would be ancient Americans if there were monsters here, that old and stuff. So, agree, man. This movie's a classic. It's iconic. It makes me lament that George Clooney never became an action star a la Bruce Willis.
So cool, yeah.
He would have been a great action star. So yeah, man, totally love this movie. Classic. Like you said, when it's on, you watch it. That's it, man. Great movie. Start finish.
Oh, can I randomly? I want to throw in there that for me, well, I don't know if we're doing characters, but are we gonna do like favorite characters?
You can do it right now, bro.
I know. I'll save it.
You go ahead, say it. And then Fable.
No, for me, I really like Harvey Keitel. I think he's a great actor, but this is one of my favorite roles for Harvey Keitel because it's so different from what I was used to seeing him portray, like some wisecracking, like hard ass almost. Like he was very restrained and reserved in this role. Like had a fatherly figure vibe to him for sure. The pastor vibe. Works super well.
I love he's got like I couldn't pinpoint what the accent is, but he's doing like some kind of really subtle accent that's perfect for us. Maybe it's like a Utah kind of a thing or something.
It's one of the rare movies you don't get to see a schlong in it either. So
I didn't know it was him when I was a kid. I didn't know that. I knew him as the wolf from Pulp Fiction. I didn't know they were the same person until like maybe this watch there. I was like, oh,
recently, same.
He's just so different in it, man. But that's where it reminds me of Devil's Rejects is with the family getting taken. They take hostage a whole like family or a band in Devil's Rejects. It's a real similar vibe that I get, with that bit.
I've been meaning. I'm going to put that on tonight because I've been meaning because I remember we were talking about it a few weeks ago. I heard some divisive things though. That's why I've been hesitant.
No, people are divided for sure.
Scarpad.
Scarpad?
Or Fable, what's your favorite character before Scarpad goes?
I think he's not there for a second.
Oh, all right, then you go.
Go ahead.
My favorite character is let me think. George Clooney.
Yeah.
He's the coolest guy in there, man. He has some of the best lines, some of the best
Everybody
scenes.
be cool.
I think he chews everything he's in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree with Scarpad though. My man Tarantino put on a show and show people he could act for sure. But yeah, Clooney.
Was this his first like? Oh no, it wasn't.
Reservoir Dogs was before this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah,
but
he's in Pulp Fiction. It's his biggest.
Oh yeah.
It's the one where he's on the poster.
Right. Starring Quentin Tarantino.
And the fact that he's side by side with George Clooney and Harvey Keitel and holding his own. I think he's phenomenal in it, man.
Yeah.
I saw this movie when it first came out. I really always enjoyed it. I mean, you can tell these guys love grindhouse movies. Tarantino came from, this was a lot of like Mexican and spaghetti Western movies were all kind of like this type of crime stuff. So that's what he probably got a lot of that. And then Rodriguez was big on the horror stuff, but it melds together like perfectly. And it is almost 50-50, but when it switches, you just go with it because it's all these people are still in it and still doing the same thing they were doing in the first half, the same type of dialogue. So you just say, yeah, okay, vampires, let's go. So, I mean, I always loved it. I mean, just every aspect, every character, great performance. The effects are phenomenal. The practical effects are phenomenal. The only bad thing I have to say about the movie is my little gripe it's nitpicking is when Fred Williamson, the black guy, changes into a vampire. It's almost like immediately after he gets bit. Harvey Keitel, he gets bit and then he's hanging around for about an hour to help him.
Well, I mean,
I know he had the force of God behind him and stuff, but the universe.
No, I mean, I assume like your neck. I feel like
maybe I guess. That's really nitpick. Other than that, the movie is phenomenal. I love the movie. I mean, everything is so good in it, and you always feel like these characters will kill you. Like it's not a joke. They portray bad guys and yet they're good anti-heroes because you're kind of rooting for them, even though they're killers. But it's amazing. Back when this movie came out, just some stuff I looked up about the movie. This movie it cost $20 million almost to make. Only took out 25 worldwide.
Wow.
So this was a flop.
What did it do on pay-per-view though?
Well, yeah, I mean afterward once it hit cable, it fucking probably blew up in video.
Man.
But it's amazing that a movie comes out like this and people don't go see it. Nowadays,
different audience.
A totally different audience.
Yeah, ahead of its time.
And then a couple of things back in the laser disc days when they had, I remember this, the big video discs. They had a special edition laser disc of this that was added back in several extended scenes, especially in the bar. There's a part where a girl was popping a pimple on a guy. That's disgusting. But there's more stuff with Sex Machine where he's killing more vampires, taking pictures with them. And on TV, I remember this too. They changed the name of the bar from Titty Twister because it was all over the sign to Kitty Twister. And that's what the dialogue said. And even the sign, they fixed it so it said Kitty Twister. And yeah, I gotta imagine on TV they must cut out all of Cheech Marin's pussy shit. So that'd be completely.
And the fuck it.
Yeah. I'd love to see a TV version of this. It'd be a hoot to watch.
Right.
All the changes. But no, I love the movie. Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Bruno?
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, same, man. I've always loved it. I don't think I went to the theater and saw it, but I do remember renting it a ton back in the day on VHS. And I think the first half of the movie is perfect. I think the second half of the movie is fucking awesome, but that's the only bit where there's my only nitpicks about the movie are all in the second half. And it's like, it's just that when the tonal shift happens, or no, when people are dying, I guess that's the biggest thing. There's people aren't reacting properly. There's no reaction when people die. Yeah. That's a little nitpick. There's another one, just like when they find out that they are vampires, there's not much of a reaction. And those are just little things that they just could have played into those moments a little bit more, and it would have hit a little bit.
It was kind of like, they're vampires.
And the other thing is with the tonal shift, it's just like like you said, Scarpet, like you just have to accept it. I think we've all said, like, it's not like there's a couple moments when it shifts where it's like a little awkward, a little clunky because it doesn't just change into a horror movie. It starts to feel more like a comic book, like where there's cheesy one-liners, and you get the scene of this line of vampires versus this line of good guys, and they're walking towards each other.
And they're walking toward,
And it's just like the first part of the movie, there wouldn't be that in it, and then but it's just like Robert Rodriguez being like, well, fuck it, this is what we're doing, and there's no way not to make it cool. Jarring. But it's kind of why the movie is so cool.
Though, you think back to it, they did that Grindhouse movie because they used to go to those Grindhouse double features, and all these guys are doing is they just melded two different movies together and made them fit.
Right.
Because that's how they remember them back in the day. But they did fit. That was the big thing.
I mean, there is I definitely agree with what Verno's saying. Like they're written way more intelligently, if you will, real worldly, as opposed to the second half where
it's more grounded in the first half, and then it gets a little like
but I think that's intentional.
Of disbelief.
Yeah.
But at the same time, those two guys are going through such a roller coaster that at the end, when it's like, fuck it, vampires.
Yeah.
Fuck it, how crazy can this day get? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This day is already insane. Like,
that's why I like that they have that.
Yeah. Even right at the end, they're still saying, I still don't believe in vampires, but whatever.
Right. I believe what I saw. Yeah. I like that they have that moment just to be like, all right, we know we were in a grounded movie. Let's at least acknowledge the fact that we're all down with vampires now, right? It's almost like they're talking as us. But it's cool. It's the only way it could work. And like, this is that's what this movie is remembered for, it's like doing the Psycho twist, but in a different way. You didn't kill your lead character. You changed genres in the middle of the movie. And there's not many movies that do that, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any that you guys can think of that are like secret genre movies that
there are.
You just said
Overlord. That's
Overlord, yeah.
But there's not many that I can.
There's one that me and Scarp had just watched with Stephen Dorff and Emil Hirsch, The Price We Pay. It starts off.
It's almost a ripoff of this movie.
Like a ripoff of this mixed with Barbarian.
Yeah, mixed with Barbarian.
Oh, the other thing I wanted two things I wanted to bring up. The fucking shotgun cross is just so cool. Like that.
Yo, bro. Yes.
I was like, hell yeah, he's badass. And then
but Williamson shook it off.
Oh, and then the other thing is with the rules. Did you guys think like they kind of in each movie gets to make its own fucking rules when it comes to vampires or
sometimes
whatever?
Holy water works. You know,
they felt like zombies, though, right? Like this felt kind of like a zombie movie.
Vampires.
What's that?
John Carpenter.
Have you ever seen John Carpenter's Vampires?
No.
That's a good one where they like literally bury themselves.
Is that James Woods?
They don't like just go sleep in houses. Like they bury themselves in the dirt in the desert. They're like during the day. And at night they come out of the fucking ground. It's cool.
Yeah, they're more creatures. They're more creatures than like
John Carpenter's
romantic.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Demon-esque.
Mm-hmm.
That scene in the hallway used to terrify me though as a kid. Like when he's like walking down the hallway with the cross and shit, and they're all trying to follow him, and it was so narrow. It gave me claustrophobia. And even I was telling Fable this earlier, I was like, even when they're in there talking about going out and finding vampires as a kid, I was like, fuck that, bro. I'm not leaving this room. Like I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Well, especially since they had like 400 years of stuff in there. You know, they could have lived.
Right. Let's hold off, bro. We got enough in here. Set up a nice defense.
One rule they didn't fucking remember. Let's wait till daytime.
But
they could have just stayed in that room and waited for the day to come and then try to.
But he said the vampires might have wanted to bust through the door.
Right.
Like
they put the ticking time going because Harvey Keitel's got an hour before he turns into a vampire, and either we can fight him, four of us, or you guys can fight me. So they tried to write their way around it at least.
But there was also a good scene at the end with the daylight coming through the things where they're crawling between the rays of light.
Did Juliette Lewis say something cheesy right around that time too? Like we were talking about Verno's like the one-liners kind of switch up, or is it like right after she kills her brother?
I'm not sure.
There's something that stood out to me.
I know what she sees her brother die, and Clooney's like, "Fight now, cry later."
That stood out to me because the vampires are in the background, just like
Yeah, they like take a minute.
Right.
Yeah, they take a second. Yeah.
It's George
They hung
Clooney.
on.
You're gonna
It was
need
a minute, you know. Give him a minute.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing too is some of the vampires in the background, if you really look at them, don't look that good, and the makeup and the whatever they're wearing looks a lot. It's like it's like they only had a certain amount of makeup and effects they could spread around.
So that's why it's not on 4K yet.
Probably.
See all those
They're
details.
redoing the effects CGI. No, it was a good movie. I tell you, it's definitely one that you could rewatch. I haven't seen any of the sequels. It looks because the second one kind of looks like they just redid the first one.
They're all on
They're
HBO.
straight to video.
I'm tempted. It's got the T1000 in it. You know what else this
It's
movie
been a
had in
long
it?
time since I've seen 2 and 3.
I always forget John Saxon shows up in this.
Yeah,
movie.
he's in the very beginning too.
I think 2, obviously 2, I think is like.
Well, what did you guys think of
decent,
that?
but it's the third one that's probably not
What did
really.
you guys think of the reveal at the end that bar is a temple or a sphinx or something?
Did they allude
That
to
was
that
dope.
at all earlier? Or
The
was it just
temple.
the
No,
visual
they-
thing of the
No, that was
Yeah.
just they were Aztec, like Mayan
Yeah.
pyramid shit that they
$800. They had all different eras of vehicles crashed in there, like old cars,
Mhm.
new
Yep.
cars. So
That was
they've
a
been
cool
there
ass
for
reveal.
That's
1,000
that
years.
old science fiction.
Right, but
type
don't you think
Twilight
anybody would have
Zone-y.
seen that? They just went in the back of the bar.
It's in the middle of the desert.
Yeah,
They
see
got
that
people
flying
custom.
overhead?
No, I
Right,
do
and it
agree.
was
Well,
like
I
dark.
do agree with that. It's like a cliff, and the parking lot ends right there. If you just walk over, take a pinch, you'll see
Yeah,
that it's a
Holy
fucking
shit.
cliff.
and then you
full of
see like all
skeletons
the
and cars and
abandoned
shit.
It was
cars.
1999.
that they
It was
killed, like, all
1996. They did
thousands
not
of
have
people
Google
they
Maps,
killed.
so
It's
no
true.
Google Maps. So,
But it's all right. I
I'll
mean,
buy
it's
it.
still a great ending. Yeah, it's still a great ending. It's still a nice, that science fiction twist that we love from
Right.
Stephen King and Rod Serling and all of that. It's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just looks cool too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you're like, oh, bro, that's kind of just seeing how the bar was built on top or around the pyramid.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
It's a nice
That's pretty
layer.
smart.
And I wonder if
Yeah.
they play with that or in the TV show. Like you said, you watched it. Do they ever get into that? Like more.
I watched.
background?
I didn't finish it, but it was like the movie was like stretched out. Like the first season was a lot of them like they hadn't even made it to the bar type shit. Like you got a lot of more backstory between like how the vampires operated and how kind of more backstory on like Seth and his brother and like how they were before they went to prison and shit like that. So they
don't know.
they might have elaborated more on it, but I didn't finish the series to really
Yeah.
confidently say.
Oh, it says the Texas Rangers in hot pursuit of the infamous Gecko brothers and their hostages. They all end up trapped in a desert bar secretly run by vampires instead of a vampire conspiracy. So it takes place with like
Would have to be before this movie.
they don't show any of the Gecko brothers though, right?
In the show?
Savini.
No. In the show, the dude who
they
plays in the
have- they
Shazam
have-
movie.
They recast the Gecko brothers. Oh,
Yeah, they're Hispanic actors.
I thought it was just like its own thing. I didn't know it was even about the Gecko brothers.
Yeah. It's like the first movie, just drawn out more.
Can
you
I
know,
ask you a
more-
question? Did you guys notice on this watch through? I didn't notice this ever. This is the first time I noticed this. Did you think that the vampires knew that the Gecko brothers were bad news and wanted to get them the fuck out of there as soon as possible? Because there was a few times where they were like gonna get kicked out. When they went to Cheech
Like,
Marin,
oh,
he was like, no, you can't come in here. He punches Cheech Marin. Then they're inside and he's like, you guys get the fuck up out of here. And then they start to shoot and it's like they don't want to eat them. It's like, we'll eat everybody else. But you guys got to get out of here. It's like almost
their
they knew
blood. They
that
could
these
tell
dudes were
their
bad
blood
trouble. Yeah.
corrupted.
Yeah.
Right. It's probably they want to prey
I don't
on
know
the
if you guys
weak or
caught
whatever. Yeah. I was
yeah,
mesmerized by
they're
wondering about
that.
that.
Well, maybe they only want people who want like them because they know people like.
Or what
them
about
get killed.
Sex Pistol?
Oh, Sex Machine.
Sex
Or
machine.
Sex Machine, yeah.
Pistol
Yeah.
penis.
Fuck.
He's just-
He had a
he's
Sex
just
He
known
does
Pistol.
have
like
a pistol. He does have a pistol in place of his cock.
So good. He's
Sex
so good.
Machine.
He's so.
I'm I was confused by that opening scene too, just because it's like, were people going in before them? Were people are obviously already in there? So when Cheech Marin was there, he made it seem like he was opening the club or some shit like that, or
Right.
you know, or
Right.
opening the bar. And,
Well, they would because it was dusk. There was just the sun was just
the
going
bar's
down.
only
but then when you go in there, everyone's already
till dawn.
partying in that
That's
bitch.
what
Yeah, I
they
know.
only
Yeah.
party at night, like, you know what I mean. So that's another thing, obviously, since they're
Yeah.
vampires.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people
Yeah.
probably don't see it during the day. Speaking of like us talking about that,
From dusk to
the
dawn.
big Mayans painting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a,
Yeah, or
Cheech
most
Marin,
of them don't make it by
Cheech
dawn.
Marin at the end, we asked him, "You ever been in this place?" I go by it every now and then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Cheech
Cheech Marin's character.
vampires though
Would you
for
pick
turning
it?
their
And George Clooney keeps like on.
He's like, "Do you
My
know what
brother's
you've done?"
dead, you know.
You know what I like? I think there was something there with like George Clooney was the honorable one. He was the thief with honor that's saying we only
Right.
kill because blah blah blah. His brother dies, and then at the end, Cheech he what would it be called? He deals with him and he lowers the rate. Like Cheech shows that he
Right.
has honor
Respect,
because he got his
sure.
brother killed, and now that's who he's with. So there was kind of something there, like now he's with honorable people or something. It was a touch on the theme that I thought I would never noticed before.
Oh yeah, you got to give it to the vampires for making a strip club out of their Aztec pyramid.
Well, I think
How much work did that take?
See, and that's why I think if they did if I had done the show, if I was the showrunner on Dusk to Dawn show, what I would have done is make it go to different eras of the club. And in the 40s, it wouldn't be the fucking titty twister; it would be the fucking jazz club. And in the 60s, it'd be
In the middle of a desert.
Well, yeah, people gotta live out in the fucking desert, you know. People live out there still. Well, I don't know, but still, yeah, it's interesting.
It'll be the breast bopper.
The breast
bopper. It'll be the breast bopper.
Or the kitty twister, or whatever.
Yeah, that probably would have been more tame version.
Yeah.
I like that line that George Clooney says at the end. He was like, "I may be a fucker, but I'm not a motherfucker."
Yeah.
I'm not I may be a bastard, but I'm not a motherfucking bastard. Yeah.
Well, you never really found out just how old Juliette Lewis is. I mean, was she
17.
Okay.
They say it at one point.
Oh, did they? I didn't know they said that.
Because she was like 23 when this came out. So that I was wondering about that. I was like, because I know I was like, was she like? That I was wondering it, but
fucking movies.
Yeah. I know when I was 13 and she drops that line about "you want to eat my pussy," I was like, "Oh, you know."
She never said that.
Yeah, we were all
Did you
Quentin
really
Tarantino.
She never said that.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Well,
Yes, she did. When in the flashback. Oh, then
Yeah, you're a sick fucker like Tarantino.
Yeah.
And then he brings it. Then he has the nerve to bring it up later. Like, did you really mean what you said back there?
What you said earlier?
Yeah,
later,
that is best. The line right there, the way he delivers that. I could do it if you wanted me to.
Yeah.
So good.
We'll talk later.
That was his normality.
Put in your beat.
Hey, let's bring that up because I keep seeing that. Like maybe we talked about it earlier. I know too.
Put in your bit.
Chat. Like okay, Tarantino.
I grind my
has this
teeth. I love that scene.
He writes in the bit where Salma Hayek pours champagne down her leg and he's sucking on her toes. And a lot of people, I listened to a podcast one time where the people were like combining that with the Harvey Weinstein rape allegations and like, well, you know, I mean, we still would talk about a Tarantino movie with him acting like that. It's like, it's not on that fucking level, dude. Like, I get it. Like, it's kind of, icky, but it's like Matt Damon said, it's the difference between a pat on the butt and rape.
Yeah,
he got shit for that too, but you know what I mean. It's like
it's they're both fucked up situations, but one's way more severe,
right?
Than
it's
the
not
other.
Like something I feel like needs to be brought up before you talk about Quentin Tarantino. Is my point. I've heard that more than once when people go to talk about him, they have to get into that and the fact that he got Uma Thurman hurt on Kill Bill because she didn't want to do the stunt where she's driving a car and the stunt person didn't show up. He begged her to do it and she got hurt and people were like, "Oh,
she sued him for that though, didn't she?"
Maybe, but either way, it's not on that level. Like, we should cancel Tarantino because of that. He's not done anything like that, you know.
But
that was I just when Dylan said earlier when he's like putting your bit. That was a great scene when they're the afterwards there, the kids just like Juliette Lewis is looking all
right.
confused, and the kid's like,
the kid did a great reaction to that big
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That was probably his best scene in the whole movie. He gives him that little like shaking
the
his
little
head
nod
down.
and smile.
Mhm.
So he wasn't bad in the movie. So I felt poor for the kid. The poor guy who did the right thing through the whole movie. And he, of course, the Asian guy gets eaten.
He made it a good long ways though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
made it longer than I expected.
It's like, how does that work? You don't look Japanese. It's like, he's not Japanese.
That's what it was. That's what it was. When I noticed the line
most
switch of
vampires
with
do like Chinese food, so
Tarantino and Rodriguez was when he was like, it was cool, but it was just not as grounded as Tarantino, where he's like, he's about to shoot his dad, and he's like, in Jesus Christ's name, or Jesus Christ's name, amen, or some shit like that. And he shoots his dad. It was cheesy but cool.
But he was supposed to be very religious, you know.
Yeah, but in real, you're gonna drop a quippy one-liner in reality when in a situation like that, you know.
Hey, good thing poor guy had break. He only had 4 lines the whole movie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, they never. He's all I was saying about it. Not that he's bad, but just he's forgettable. I never remember that he's in the fucking movie. They don't really give him a whole lot to work with, and he's everybody that he's working with is iconic, not from here, but from other things as well. So he really gets lost in the cast.
I wonder if he had to be a close friend of like Rodriguez's friend, like so the child of his friend or some shit like that.
Probably in Spy Kids. Look him up.
That came after.
Right.
He might have been but I don't believe so.
He reminds me of the kid that's in the Spider-Man movies, Peter Parker's friend there.
Oh, Ned. Genki, yeah.
Genki, yeah.
He's like a younger Ned Genki.
Dude, I just saw some movie recently. One of the best lines in the MCU is when in Spider-Man 1, somebody walks in on Ned. He's at the computer. Like, what are you doing? He's like, watching porn. That's a good line. I just saw an older movie, and that line was in that movie, and I was like, no, I wish I knew what it was. But that was an unoriginal, stolen line that they took from something else. I saw it, and I was so disappointed.
Watching porn?
Yeah, he's so good with that line.
There you go. Kids your age do it.
I think Dylan's doing the Frozen bit. He's a blink.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Come on, you're not.
That's
not. Yeah, he's doing that bit. I know he is. You can't hold it forever.
I just saw the light flicker behind him.
Can't just
the computer moved for a second.
Yeah.
I did it. I called that. I did it. I lied.
I was good.
Oh, you lied. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Scarf.
You called the line. You lied about the line.
Scarf had gets uncomfortable with the silence.
So, I think we talked about most of the stuff. I'd say we probably do our ratings and then our final thoughts. If there's obviously, I think it has pretty good soundtrack. You know, for most part, it's very, you know,
it fits the vibe of
it. Coming in towards like once they get to Titty Twister.
Obviously, it was easy top in the end. And
I think there's not like a shitload of bangers, but it's all music that helps the vibe.
Exactly.
It's all cool. There's some cool bluesy music.
Wasn't the guy at the end the band, the lead band guy? That was a real band, right? That was a real group.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I forget who it was, but I know that was a real group.
That's a real group.
They're worth mentioning because they were awesome.
Yeah.
They were really good leading up to the change, and then after the change, all of a sudden, just imagine like the band turned into vampires. They went and they got instruments that are out and shit.
Did they have those all the time, or did they go down and do that?
They remake them.
Well, that's when things get a little silly right there at that moment when you see him with the body guitar. But at the same time, it's like, oh shit, he's got a body guitar. This is
right? Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. It kind of reminds me of that fucking band.
And they committed suicide too.
The one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Fuck you. Good night. Yeah.
Good night.
It kind of reminded me of Guar because they have like
dude,
weird monster type shit.
And toward the end too, they started use the vampires as weapons. They use them as like grenades to blow up everything else around them. Even the girl,
Yeah.
she used her brothers like a vampire grenade. She blew up those other fucking
Shoot
ones.
me, Kate. Or kill me, Kate.
It's like a vampire grenade.
Kate, yeah, that's the worst. He's all right.
The kid's like acting like he's in the like fucking apocalypse now or something. He's giving it his best, though. I tell you.
Yeah.
He held his own for being when stacked up against those Titans.
I know, right? Keitel, Clooney.
Once they
I would be
come-
intimidated.
Once everybody comes out of that back room and they start like getting the vampires, those vampires get mowed down like fucking sheep. They go down easy. They fucking just
It was weird, but
murder.
I always thought the blessed holy water balloons were a neat idea. Yeah.
Water guns? I thought that was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
You know, we were talking last night. He's dead. He says twice at that point that he's dead. I'm already dead.
Yeah.
It's like, can a dead man bless water and make it holy? Does he still have a soul? You know what I mean?
But he asked him, he's talking.
It worked.
You don't have a soul.
Yeah.
Once the thing floats out of
That's
you,
a
you
good point. I never thought of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Ann had never seen it. She said that last, like, oh, it's not going to work because he's dead. She didn't know about the turn. She didn't know about why we were going to be talking about this on a horror show halfway through. So it was cool to watch it with her. She loved it.
Have you guys watched
like
any fucking Looney Tunes fucking movies? Bugs Bunny, Wile E. Coyote. Whenever they get fucking killed, shot, then the little white guys go up and start floating out of them, and they still talking until they get up the thing. That you gotta wait. If once it's out of you, then you stop talking.
Oh, so it was on its way.
It was on
you
its
can still
way
bless
out.
water while it's
Telling you.
Yeah, but homeboy with the cock gun and the other guy, they turned in like 2 minutes. They were just like, "Whoop, I'm a vampire."
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
See, but then all right. See,
But
I was gonna say cock machine, but sex machine was he got like bit on the wrist or whatever, same as the dad, you know. But the black dude got bit on the neck. That's why I'm thinking like because maybe blood pumps quicker through like the neck. There's more arteries and veins.
Well, and plus he was a black dude. Those guys
like
turn
leading the
like
bat to the stuff.
Oh yeah, and he turns around and he's just
Yeah.
come on, sex machine.
Come on. I love it.
and they got the teeth.
Yeah, they all his teeth looked a little
His teeth were the
different
best.
too.
They said they based him more on like rats,
He looked
and
like
that's even what Nosferatu was originally
Right.
like based on. Kind of was more of a
rat,
rat
not a
like
bat,
appearance.
That's
He
what
looked
actually
like
like
a
that
Kind
Cenobite.
of tries to do with his vampires too.
He looks like a Cenobite.
I like the
though, doesn't he?
Nosferatu to look. It's so scary. It's so like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I
Dark,
always
man.
loved
Something
Salem.
about it,
That's why
yeah.
Salem's Lot scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah. Same thing.
Grotesque.
It's
Same
like the straight Nosferatu.
Yes.
I fucking love Salem. That is-
buck teeth, but they're sharp and there's just
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Creepy
weird.
looking motherfucker.
I think in the original Bram Stoker's Dracula, he's described as like, hey, he's got a mustache and shit. And he's very different. He's not like Bela Lugosi. It's much more like Nosferatu, like an ugly.
Wow.
He looks like a porn star.
Yeah, a little. Yeah,
I can
some
dig
of
it.
that medieval
Like that guy.
bush. There you go.
There's your Nosferatu right there.
That'd be
Cheers,
better.
buddy.
Isn't
See
Skarsgård
it.
playing
Let's see it. What is that, motherfucker?
Skarsgård playing Nosferatu?
Well, I don't know if he's playing what, but then he's in it. I don't know. I'll try and look it up right now.
That would be an either or William Dafoe or Skarsgård would be a great fit for Nosferatu.
Skarsgård would probably be Renfield. You know what I mean? If they're both going to be in it.
Yeah.
Or Defoe is fuck is the Van Helsing. If Van Helsing.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all want to do the rating then, my brothers? Final
Let's
thought, rating.
Yeah, man, let's go for it.
I'm gonna kick it off, man. 'Cause y'all know it's a 5 all fucking day for me. Straight up. Even if it wasn't a perfect movie, it's so close to it. Even if you do have maybe a minor change, the rewatchability on it bumps it up to that 5 automatically. Even if you're like, okay, it's a 4.5 or 4.69, I give it the 5, bro, just because it can be rewatched at any time. Like, it's one that I just never get sick of. I could throw this one on in the background and just like laugh and crack up to Sex Machine or Cock Machine, whatever you want to call it.
Cock rocker.
Cock machine.
Cock rocker.
I'll take credit for that one.
It's my high school name.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a straight up banger, man. And I love Quentin Tarantino. My brother said he thought Quentin's vampire looked a little weird, but it always reminded me of the bad guy from The Mask.
He did kind of look a little weird, though. His makeup was
they gave him the worst fucking vampire makeup.
He did look the weirdest, no doubt.
They probably said, fucking, I say he looks weird and like normal, so he's gonna look.
He looks like
a ghoul.
He looks like a ghoul.
Yeah.
Not a vampire. He looks like a undead ghoul or something like that.
But everybody
said, "Fuck me up."
Every actor plays their part to a T. They're all very memorable. You know what I mean? And you just got so many greats, man. So many guys that have went on to do some fucking major shit. I love everybody in this movie. Clooney is just this is definitely my favorite role he's ever done, and I'd say Out of Sight is probably very close second. But I just love him as Seth Gecko. I think he's just badass. I love the neck tattoo and just his whole outfit. Where he's got like the all black kind of suit,
the vest with the suit jacket, bro. But it's very
fucking the what is it, the shoulder holsters and everything, and it taking place in Texas and going into Mexico, just the cinematography, the shot designs, the set designs, fantastic, man. I praise this movie, man, and it's crazy. I've seen 2 and 3 a long time ago, but I don't really remember shit. I never watched the show, so it's crap. But I know that 2 and 3 do not come close to what the first is. I know
not at all.
That like go check out 2 at least. 2's a good one, which I definitely kind of want to check 2 out because I feel like that's probably like a mid one at least. Mm-hmm. It does have Trejo and the bad guy in T2, and then I was just thinking. So that's the one done by Scott Spiegel. So
it won't be anywhere close to the first one.
No, definitely not.
It could still be fun though.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
It's probably going to start more like the second. I doubt they're going to start out like a crime movie and then switch it, so it'll be
straight more vampire.
It says a bank robbing gang of misfits head to Mexico with the blueprints for the purpose.
That's the one from the Wild West.
One of the crooks wanders into the wrong bar and crosses the wrong vampire.
Like I said, dude, it's on HBO. That might be on the docket tonight.
Yeah, that's what I
hell yeah.
Just don't watch it twice, okay? Don't watch it twice. One time is all you.
Trejo's in 2 and 3.
He's in everything.
Tom Savini's in 7 episodes of the show, and Trejo's in like 10 episodes.
Is Savini playing?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, the dude.
I think they call him Regulator on it.
No,
his name is Bert in it, and Trejo's called the Regulator. So he's got to play. I think he's somebody else, which is kind of a bummer.
By the way, before I forget, Bill Skarsgård, at least on Wikipedia, says he is Nosferatu in the new movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there is another Nosferatu that Willem Dafoe's playing.
Or is he going to be in the Nosferatu movie?
Yeah, he's in this movie with Skarsgård.
He's not playing.
Dafoe's in it.
Oh,
I think he might be playing Van Helsing or what.
Who's playing? I thought you said Skarsgård's playing Nosferatu.
He is.
He is. But they're in the same movie together.
Here's what it says on Wikipedia. Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok, a.k.a. Nosferatu. Nicholas Hoult as Thomas Hutter. Lily Rose Depp as Ellen Hutter. And I'm not seeing a Van Helsing in the movie. William Dafoe as Professor Albin Herberts von Franz. So maybe that's like the Van Helsing.
Yeah, because Van Helsing is Bram Stoker's Dracula. This isn't Bram Stoker.
Right. Oh, it's because Nosferatu. didn't get the rights. They wrote it illegally in the first place, and
Right,
got
so they
sued
changed a little
for
bit.
it. Yeah, you're right, bro.
Oh, William plays Professor Alvin. I see that, and it
You
says
said that.
Aaron Taylor Johnson's in it.
Anna Taylor-Joy. That's
It's
gonna be a
gonna
good
be
cast,
good,
bro.
man. It's gonna
Yeah.
be good. The cast is
Frederick
solid.
Harding.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
if Robert Eggers, it's gonna be incredible. Oh, and
Oh, yeah.
Lily Rose Depp is playing Ellen Hutter.
Nice.
Except Johnny
Nicholas
Depp
Hoult was
Hutter.
just in a similar movie to this.
I
and
know.
he's-
That's why I almost like I had to do a double take. I'm like, am I looking at the right thing?
No, but dude, there is actual movie where Defoe is playing Nosferatu. I saw a fucking picture. Yes,
He did a movie
Maybe
before
not.
where
Shadow of a
played
Vampire.
he played the role of Max Shrek. who
Right,
was
he
the
played
actor
Max
in the
Shrek.
original Nosferatu.
Okay, maybe that's
So he's in makeup behind
Yeah.
like a meta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome, Brad. Did you see this comment right here? Asian, Brad.
maybe
Oh, yeah.
just when they thought he
Sure.
was gonna be. Maybe just most people would think that he would be Nosferatu, but
Yeah.
I think Bill Skarsgård is even better.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he
Yeah.
killed it.
For
Pennywise,
the
bro.
Nosferatu look, at least. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
'Cause
He's got
Plus,
the eyes.
this guy's too on the nose. I think
Right.
Defoe.
it's more inspired. Yeah.
Yeah. And William Dafoe would be like casting an actual vampire to play the role.
yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be so good though.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Definitely.
Hell yeah. So 5 all day for me. Who wants to go? We'll go Vern first since I did Steph first. last time.
I fucking love the movie, man. I'm going no particular reason. There's small nitpicks. I think the first half is way better than the second half, even though the second half is awesome. But I'm still going 4.69. And I feel like I've said this a lot recently, but I think last night was the most I've ever enjoyed the movie. And this is like there's a few. We did Faculty, another one, Robert Rodriguez, Demon Knight, and this one were all ones that I loved growing up. That I was like, oh, I hope they're still good, and I enjoy them even more now because it's like I'm a more discerning viewer. I can tell better like how good they are really now. I can appreciate them even more now after viewing them, and it's like hell yeah that it still holds up. So
when was Demon Knight? 95?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Good.
And,
great score.
Brad, thanks for the support, brother. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh yeah, man.
Thanks for hanging out with us every week. We appreciate it more than you know. Scarpad, what are your thoughts, brother?
5. Just drop a mic. It's just it's just a great movie. In every aspect, from acting to cinematography to effects to characters. It's a 5.
Hell yeah.
And up there for me with a lot of other Tarantino-esque movies, but this is a great this and Grindhouse is a great back-to-back double feature. So 5 for me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fable, your thoughts?
Oh yeah, saying 5 all day. It's an easy 5 for me. It's a slam dunk. It's got a bunch of great shots, great action, great dialogue, great acting, great cinematography. I mean, we could just go on and on and on. Yeah, it's not perfect, but a lot of movies really aren't perfect. We can nitpick all day, but I think there's less to nitpick about.
Yeah, there's less. This is close to perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Very tight script.
Yeah, tight script, a good hour and 40-minute romp, and totally rememberable. Like, I saw this back then. We talked about when you bring up movies and the smile you get from it, right? Like, this is one of those. You say, oh, from Dusk to Dawn. I love that movie. I might not remember half of it, but I love that movie. 5 all day, bro. Classic.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah. Steph.
Time for me, guy. But since I don't want to copy you guys, I'm going to give it a 3 point. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to give this a 5. This is a 5. This is I love this movie. This is one. Those 3 movies you named, Demon's Night, this, and The Faculty, were all horror movies that stood out to me as a kid. That Demon Knight was the only one I hadn't seen in a few years when we rewatched it, but I still enjoyed it. But yeah, this movie, it was something I said to you guys earlier. I watch this every couple years. It never gets old. Just so much to love and so little to hate. So
Right.
5.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah. And
Now I
Still
feel
got
like I
time,
gave it a
Verno.
shit. I feel like
Verno,
I
you
gave it
still
a
got
bad
time.
score.
No,
It's a
no.
4.69.
You know what?
You gave it a
I could
five.
see people.
4.69 is what it said.
I
Fucked it
could,
Yeah,
up.
no, yeah.
I fucked it up.
nah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Motherfucker.
You know, I don't know. I think you know why, dude. It's just because it's not like
It's your first
I
watch.
don't know.
You know,
It's
it was. I think it was Evan's first watch as well, and that's what he gave it.
that's awesome. No, I mean this.
Yeah,
I've
no,
seen
it
this
makes
movie
sense.
like.
Oh, you've
fuck-
seen it? Oh, I thought you
I've
said
seen this like
first
30
watch.
times.
My bad.
Like I would say there was probably a point in my life
There's
where
no
I would have
excuse.
said this
I
is
don't know
like
what you're doing.
a top 5 movie of mine back in the day. I don't know. I'm gonna save the 5.
There's nothing wrong with
The Exorcist,
4.69.
You don't have to
The
explain
Shinings
yourself,
of the
man. You don't have
world.
to explain yourself.
Yeah, and
Five
the burial
Yeah.
grounds of the
case
world.
slips from Bobby D. But no,
But I
dude,
get pressured too when I'm like
4.69.
a point behind him. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, bro, what am I?
What
Like,
did I do?
am
I
missing?
gave
right. No, there's nothing
Teenage
wrong with
Mutant
that.
Ninja Turtles 1 a 4.5, and I was
Hey.
getting Landcast. People were fucking attacking me in the comments.
Rightfully so.
every
Rightfully
day
so.
of the
He
week,
deserves
I
every
will
one of
say-
those insults.
I will say every day of this week, every day of the week that this movie's a 5 all the time on my list. Up there with, of course, Kingdom of the Spiders, baby.
See, you were
Another
doing good.
He
You
was
were
doing
doing good,
so-
and
it's on my
then
list. My list has this and that.
Ah.
You're gonna stretch
Your
out
list
all
may
your
have
shirts,
something else.
man.
that's
Quit.
not strengthening the
No.
point.
Yeah. for
Five
sure.
Big Herm.
I did the same thing with Aliens.
Brother
I
Joe.
know it's not a perfect movie, so I was like 4.69.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, you know what?
Nostalgia,
Nah,
I
man,
love
this
this.
thing is
Yeah.
classic. Yeah, this
Right.
is too much happening. I gotta watch it all the time when I see it.
See,
Yeah, man.
I'm curious what I gave The Faculty. I think I gave it a 4.69 too, because I do like this. Dusk Till Dawn's way more nostalgic for me, and I do probably put it over The Faculty, so it probably is closer to a 5 than that. And it even like my
solid, though.
nitpicks,
They can both be 4.69.
right? My nitpicks
Yeah,
are
it's
like
solid.
they almost because it changes tones like that. They don't want like it's not the type of movie that they do want to hit you with the gut punch when
Right.
Clooney loses his brother or anything like that. But I think
Right.
I would prefer a movie that did that and this.
Had more.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
No, I
If
definitely
it-
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have definitely.
Maybe.
There was room for that to
Right.
for
Right.
people to act a little bit more seriously
Yeah.
to the situation surrounding them.
And I feel like it was a
Yeah.
conscious decision where they're like, yeah, no, fuck it. Let's just keep
We're just gonna
the
go.
momentum going.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Like, which I get too,
Yeah.
you know.
They went full Rodriguez, and Tarantino was like, "I like it."
Yeah.
They did it.
Hell yeah, dude! Let's do it. The
Oh,
Quentin
yeah.
Tarantino stutter.
Looks like we bumped Tugan. I think he said 4.69 earlier in the chat.
Nice.
Bumped him to 5.69. And Evan says first watch. Jack says a great movie, but ready for a new vampire movie. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Nosferatu, man.
Yo, oh no, it's not vampire, but
Nerdtastic. Tomorrow.
Manny.
What up, brother?
Frank Grillo is supposed to be in this werewolf movie. It's been they haven't released a trailer. There's only like brief descriptions. It's called like Year 22 or Year 0 or some shit. But it's been described like The Purge with werewolves. And Frank Grillo's in it, and he's badass.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
He's here.
I like that Groundhog Day type movie he did on Hulu.
Oh, boss level or level boss or some shit. Yeah, Mel Gibson was in. It was pretty good.
I like him. He's not necessarily always a great leading man, I wouldn't say, but he's he's great. He does.
If they didn't cast Bernthal, he would have been a good Punisher.
This
He's
is
a little
the dude
old, but
he was in
he plays
Civil War, Captain America,
Yeah.
Crossbones and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. Yeah.
The Purge too.
Yep.
Yep. So we got 5s all across and a 4.69 from Burnout. I'd say we're probably at a 4.869.
That's high, baby.
Hell yeah. So great review as always. Let me see if this works real quick. I'm gonna show the rest of June's list, what we got next Saturday, the Saturday after that, and then the final Saturday of June. Let me see. You'll have to tell me if you can hear me talk.
Nice, dude.
So what is it?
Oh,
Street
yeah.
Trash next week.
Street Trash.
He says, baby. That's
Scarphead,
autobiography.
Scarphead
Fable's autobiography.
Street Trash. And then Fable's pick for his birthday. We'll be doing the
let's
Fly
go.
1 and 2.
Gotta balance out the trash with some quality.
That's awesome.
Oh, the Fly 2's not that bad.
And to end the
I'm
month,
talking about street trash.
we'll be doing George Romero's Martin.
Is that
That's
Nicholas
awesome.
Holt?
And-
Yeah.
Close.
Just kidding. No.
1970s. That'll be a fun one, man. This is a great month.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to dive into this more. I did watch it. I watched it when I first got it, but all the Nosferatu talk, this is going to be a good one.
Is that sold out? Like the box set, the deluxe edition
Yes, it's gone.
I think so, but I'm sure
You can still get the 4K single disc.
I might do
Scarphead bought
that.
all the copies.
Yeah, if you can't get this, but I'd look online to see if you can get this for cheap. But I wouldn't want to really pay no more than like $60.
Right. Even that might be pushing it.
60 for this like brand new. But this is the best that this movie will ever look. So, and I fucking love that artwork.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you can get the standard edition, that is pretty damn good. Anyone got show and tell?
I got a few.
I'm out tonight.
Yeah.
I got a special one.
All right. You want
I
to
hope
kick
it's
us
in the
off,
bag.
Vern?
Sure. I got it.
Hey, it's good to know that works too. I just made that while we were doing the stream.
I know. I'm pretty impressed.
nice.
Bro.
It didn't mute
There you
any
go.
of us while we were doing that. So I'm really pumped that I can do that. From
I
now on.
got this dude sent me today. Very nice guy. Speaking of street trash,
Yeah.
Mr. Scarphead, very much appreciated. Sent me that dude. Which a bummer is I'm going to a barbecue next Saturday, but I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna phone in. I'm gonna sneak off into a car and bring a beer, and I'll at least give my thoughts.
All right, send that back.
Yeah.
I'll pop in. I'm gonna watch it like 100%. I'll watch it twice
It's
before the show.
fun. It's fun. It's
promise.
fucking
Watch
fun.
it
It's
3
fun
times.
to watch.
The back of it, even I'm like, oh, I'm getting pretty excited. And if you look at the reviews on
It's got
Amazon,
crazy effects.
Watch the
Yeah.
People love
are
it.
good too.
so I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about this because
Duel.
Scarphead also sent me Duel, which is Steven Spielberg's first movie. Looks pretty cool, but I'm just very into like seeing a big director's first movie.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Just see the evolution
I'm
of
a
it,
big fan of Joyride, so
which is why I picked up Shivers, and we're gonna do this in a couple weeks because next week I'm doing Possessor on the show with Robbie. On Thursday, talking Possessor from Brandon Cronenberg. So between doing this and The Fly over here, I wanted to talk about Shivers, Cronenberg's first
Nice.
movie, just to kind of
yeah.
get like the evolution of it and kind of have like a Cronenberg month between
Yeah.
here and
Well, you know the
my
last one, Possessor's his son.
oh, I know. That's the
But-
first one we're doing, which is weird.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the month, I'm doing A Quiet Place,
Oh,
so I
nice.
picked this up too.
That's
which-
a great modern horror, man.
This always
Yeah.
pisses me off because it says it's
Yeah.
got the slip on Amazon, no slip, but whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about this too because it's badass. No commentary either, by the way.
Dang.
There's
Oh
a
wow.
couple special features and no
What the hell's
commentary.
wrong with those people?
Digital
I know,
color.
Right?
I would have loved to have what's his name,
Krasinski?
John? Yeah, Krasinski doing a commentary. That would have been really
Yeah.
cool.
There's a
Yeah.
commentary in the second one too.
They fucking never.
That's what I got.
They
Second one's good,
do
too.
commentaries now.
Yeah, well, yeah. Cillian Murphy was in the second one. 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Peaky
Yeah,
Blinders.
Great too, man. Hell yeah.
Anybody else or no?
Steph, did you have anything?
No.
I gotta go through this shit fast. So,
Total.
Well, you got more than me, so I'll
oh, you
make
got something? Go ahead.
I only got a couple things. I got my copy of Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons.
nice.
Oh, nice.
This is actually really good. I
Yeah.
actually had a lot
I
of fun.
heard that was good, man.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good. Some
real
good practical effects.
Glad,
Cool.
glad to hear Chris Pine was in something good, man. I love
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Dude, yeah, he is perfect in it, and it's got the
He's
chick.
good. He's good in Star Trek. Just the movies are bad.
Ooh, that's the girl.
Oh, there.
Stranger Things.
Ah,
You
baby,
get
Star Trek.
the girl who
Movies are
plays
great.
Letty and Hugh Grant. It's a fun movie.
He
Good
was good in that
cast, yeah.
train movie too. It was good.
I was
He's a good
debating
actor.
on getting the freaking
Unstoppable.
Steelbook, but I kind of like the slip better because Steelbook seemed a little plain to me. But yeah, definitely recommend checking that out. I got this, but on rewatch, I didn't like. It's okay, but I liked it a lot more as a kid, and it didn't even come with the slip for like 30 fucking bucks from Scream Factory. Like, what a bum! But The Haunting. This is like it's like a remake of Haunting on Hill House. It's got
Is that a lenticular case? I feel like those
Owen
cases
Wilson.
are moving.
Oh, that's like 99 or so. I think I remember that shit.
Yeah, 99. Right on the money stuff.
Dude, that's not lenticular.
It's got
right?
very early CGI. The
No, there's no
CGI
slip
was
on
pretty
that.
good. Scary Movie 2 made fun of this movie.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
I remembered it was really big though when I was a kid, and I did enjoy it. And I was like, Paramount Plus did like a Blu-ray for it, and I was gonna get that, but then I saw they did a 4K for this, which I was thinking it would get a slip. Especially they've been doing random 4K releases and not putting a slip on it. I don't know like what entails one to get a slip and not. I get like, but if you're fucking paying like $30, I think that's fucking
deserves. Yeah,
like literally. Especially since it would just be a slip of this. They're not giving like any new artwork. So honestly, I might just send this back and wait for it to go down, because if I'm not getting the slip, I can just get it at any point. Honestly,
right. That's how I felt about Possessor too.
I thought,
either. So
if we're getting physical copies of stuff, they got to come with perks, man.
Exactly. And then this really doesn't have it. It has an interview with director Jane DeBont, and then behind the scenes features, which I bet you is like absolutely nothing.
Featurette bullshit.
Yeah, like probably literally all they did was a 4K scan. No new features, nothing. And that's like so and the charge
$30, that's wild.
Like all they gave, that's the only new thing is the 4K scan. Like how fucking cheap. Yeah. So honestly, I'll probably send this back. I watched it because I wanted to see if it was gonna hold up, and it's a decent watch, but it's not.
4Ks aren't too cheap, man. 4Ks aren't too cheap.
They can be. They go down in price. Just gonna wait.
I went to Best Buy, and like the majority of the 4Ks there were from $19.99 to $39.99.
Yeah, but Best Buy is a ripoff, though. It's the worst place.
I got a lot during Black Friday from like $6 to $12, like a lot, and a lot were like brand new. Like I remember fucking
your best
bet. Literally bought this for like 20 some bucks, and then I got it for like $8.
Your best bet to do it is go up on Amazon and tell it you want to look at the 4Ks and you want to price them ranging low to high.
Went down.
And then you'll get all the
thing.
cheap ones.
If I'm gonna pay $20 or more for a physical movie that I can stream, the shit better be a steel case or a slip.
Facts.
Period.
Yeah.
Literally.
Or good special features, because that'll
make up for it.
That's why I get the boutique ones like Scream Factory, Second Sight, Vestron.
They're a little bit more money.
Was that the unbearable talent you just showed? Massive. Okay.
I got this for like $8.99 on 4K.
Oh hell yeah, that's a good ass price.
Blind buy just because I was like,
that's a great movie.
Oh dude, isn't that the movie they meme all the time?
This was like
with Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Dude, this was like movie of the year, bro.
That was good.
So good, bro.
I
highly recommend this.
Good movie.
Especially if you're not a Nick Cage fan, I don't know if you'll get it as much.
Dude, I'm a Pedro Pascal fan, man.
That's why I made it.
He's great in that movie.
I'm a big Pedro fan, especially from
I'm a fan of their gifts.
I did also get The People Under the Stairs, Wes Craven's People Under the Stairs on 4K.
That's a good
one.
I love that.
No new artwork. I mean, I wish they had a reversible cover, but I do like the slip. The slip looks good with the original artwork, and all it really has is a new 4K scan. But I'm still a big fan of Wes Craven's People Under the Stairs, so I'll give it a shot. And the one that I am the most excited for, especially after finding out that this is a 4K scan of the 70 millimeter release. The 4K Arrow release of The Last Star.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Scarp had said 70 millimeter was the big dog shit. So for this to get a 4K scan of the original 70 millimeter, I'm so excited to watch this.
That's a slip. That's a slip right there.
Oh yeah, baby. And
That's
if
how you
you
do
notice,
it. That's how you
every
do it.
time the
Yeah.
slip is protected, and then if you open it and pull it out, the actual case is wrapped too. So it's double wrapped. All
Oh,
they
shit.
do, dude, every time I get these, the fucking slips come damaged, or
Yeah.
like they get this like weird, like almost like they're getting scratched and shit. So it's got this like weird, like you could tell like it's starting to, the color's starting to fade a little bit.
Dude, you know another problem, man?
You put a fucking wrap of plastic over the fucking slip.
Don't you feel like a lot of times when you're trying to put your slip on, you're damaging like the plastic,
slip?
where you know what I mean, like the other part of it. Like,
Yeah.
they're sometimes a little too tight, and it's a bitch.
Yeah. Yep.
Now you're talking about a disc and not on like a person.
Yeah, like Scream Factory's lucky because I pre-ordered this, but there's a like honestly,
Well, that's why you guys should buy
I'm trying to stop buying from them, to be honest, and put my money towards like Vinegar.
Got to get your plastic protection sleeves.
Yeah,
Like condoms for slips.
One I highly recommend is getting that new Empire Arrow box set. It was down to like $65 on Amazon. I think it went back up to 70 or 80 now.
Which box set?
It's here, I'll pull it up and show you.
That's when Bruno
this is my last thing. I was gonna open it, but
that.
let me find it real quick. It's really fucking cool, and it has like all 5 movies are out of print. They were out of the Scream Factory. Scream Factory did a couple of them, but they were all out of print. It was Stuart Gordon's Robot Jocks.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, which that's a really hard one to get.
Oh yeah.
The other one is, what is it? Dungeon Master, Arena. It's Robot Jocks, Arena, Dungeon Master, Cellar Dweller, which is Don Mancini's first script he ever wrote. I found it here. And the last one, what is the last one? What the fuck? Record my screen. Okay.
Oh. You and Scarpetta both shared this in the chat.
Yeah.
More than a few times.
It's $79.99, but if you get it now, it might drop down. If you
Bruno, maybe tell me this stuff sucks.
When it goes down, I always pre-order it, and because I can always cancel it. But then if it goes down, because they fluctuate all the time. Like, just like I got it for like 65. It went
I got for like 63.
Whatever the lowest price it locks to while you have it pre-ordered, that's what you'll lock in for.
Right.
So I always pre-ordered it because it normally it was like 100, and then it went down to 65. So it's gonna go back down for sure.
That's why I get excited every time I look and I see that Jason box set is now back up to like 125 where it was, and I got it for like I think 80.
The last one is Dolls. It's got Dungeon Master.
Yeah, those are all good movies.
Dungeon Master's I fucking absolutely love Dungeon Master. Dolls is another Stuart Gordon, which was out of print and impossible to get. Cellar Dwellers.
I'm saying here, Beastmaster's a Schwarzenegger flick, right?
No, that's
Mark Singer. Tanya
Cellar
Roberts.
Dwellers, Don Mancini's first.
What was the
Conan.
My bad.
Conan,
was that the with the ferrets and shit?
No, that's Beastmaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You done?
Yep.
Yeah.
Still just got a Beastmaster within arm's reach. I love it.
You can grab more bees.
Right?
It's a bee.
Shelf, baby.
The bee is
God
alphabetical.
damn.
That's why.
And they're not like all fucking stacked on top.
No, they're alphabetical. That's why.
Filming
Bees
from
like that.
Blockbuster Video.
Scarpet looked straight away, grabbed it, like, oh, Beastmaster.
This week's Holy Grail. I forgot this War of the Gargantuas, which is one of my favorite Toho Japanese monster movies. I love
That's
this movie.
awesome.
And I got the wax. I think it's Waxwork. Yeah, Waxwork soundtrack on vinyl.
Favorite monster.
You see the awesome world we live in, where you can buy like fucking vinyls from monster movies or the like.
Literally,
this is
Right?
A movie from
War of the
early
Gargantuans.
80s.
I can't wait to listen to this. I love it. All right, very quickly because I got a lot of shit here. Movies this week. I got Robert Mitchum This is Night of the Hunter in 4K. This is like one of the very first psychotic thrillers. He plays like a psychotic priest. They're going after these people and the women stuff in the West. So I picked that up. Good movie. I love this one, even though it's depressing. The Road.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
a
picked
good
that
one. I
up.
love
Very
that one.
Robert
depressing.
Duvall's in that. And this little...
This one that came out this week.
Got
This
tears.
is Looney Tunes Collector's Choice Volume 1 Archive Edition Blu-ray. For a lot of these cartoons never been released before. But remember, a disclaimer, Looney Tunes is intended for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children. Remember that.
My kids
So
watch
none
it.
of those have
I
been
know.
released. I've been wanting to get that set.
Renegades. Remember this old chestnut with Kiefer Sutherland and Lou Diamond Phillips?
Oh yeah.
This from Mill Creek Video. I love that.
Oh my gosh.
I love these with the
I never heard of that.
Remember, was that a good movie? I
This-
recall renting that.
This was a good movie.
I have to get that.
What was that cowboy one with Sutherland and Woody Harrelson, where they're like in the city and shit being cowboys?
Cowboy Way.
Oh.
Okay.
Finally picked this up and finally down cheap enough for me to get it. The Halloween.
Yeah.
Look how thick these fucking Shout Factory covers are compared to the shit they're doing now.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
So I finally have that set.
How much
And-
is that, dude?
I think I got that for 82. 3 movies though. 4 movies if you consider.
Well, dude, part 6 is a 4-disc set.
Yeah.
You're getting
And then I picked up the
there you
Dungeon
go.
and Dragons Steelbook.
Damn, maybe I should have got the Steelbook. What do you guys think is better? I like a slip though. You guys like the Steelbook better, or do you like?
I can't remember what the that looks pretty nice.
Depends.
The slip is nice. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, it's
Depends. You know what's the
Just a
best
taste.
though?
They're both
Steelbook
nice.
with a slip. Huh?
Ooh.
Those are the
Great.
best.
Okay, now finally I grabbed my hazmat suit and I put on a big rubber condom and I walked into my local Savers so I could check and see what they have for VHS stuff. Normally they have dog shit. Well, somebody must have returned their VHS collection last week because they had some good stuff.
business was booming.
Business was booming at 99 cents a tape. A lot of these haven't been unwrapped. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Okay.
One of the best.
Cliffhanger.
One of the cliffhangers.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
man.
Uncle Buck, brand new, never
I
unwrapped.
love Uncle
Oh, yeah.
Buck. Did you get
John
brand
Candy.
new?
A lot of them are
Unopened.
a lot of them are brand new. Billy Madison,
Oh hell yeah, that's a good one.
The Cell,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Star Trek II Wrath of Khan, unopened.
Oh, that's crazy. Where'd you
Ah.
get these? Is this
These
that
are-
guy that had them like all
No,
like?
this is Savers. Is where you go in to buy like old clothes and junk.
Oh, I think I got.
That's where Scarpeg gets his phone charger.
That's right. That's where I got all my phone charges. But I usually go in there, and not only is the shit like looks like it's been dragged through fucking dog feces.
Yeah,
But usually they got shit. They have nothing. Got crap.
yeah. How did you get
99 cents. But so they must have reloaded.
Somebody
Poltergeist.
must
I reloaded. Oh nice.
Poltergeist.
That's awesome.
That's a nice cover.
That's the midnight movie one too.
Lethal Weapon.
Oh.
Brand new.
Those are some of the cleanest VHS
I know.
cases I've seen.
King Kong Lives.
Oh man, I want these.
I literally could put any of these on fucking eBay
I don't,
for fucking
but they're
$5 a
nice.
piece. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home.
Oh my
Wow.
god, those covers are
Cool.
sick.
Right, that's to say that's a great cover, man.
How much did you get those for?
99 cents each.
Wow.
Austin
Man,
Powers.
should've talked-
Hey, yes, there we go.
My brother had
Bro.
that one. My brother found
And
that.
there's only stickers, the Saver sticker, that comes right off. This
I would
thing's
have told
cheery.
50 cents.
Midnight Run.
I remember
I've seen
that.
that one.
Crickets.
St. Elmo's
Yeah, I don't think I've seen
Fire.
that.
They
There
have
we
one-
go. Okay. Emilio. Yeah.
A movie everybody was talking about a while ago. John Malkovich, William Dafoe, Shadow of the Vampire. This is sold out. You can't.
Oh wow.
It's out of print. You can't even get this.
How many
On
bags did you
really?
walk out with, dude?
And there he
Hey.
is. There he is as
Man's took the
Nosferatu.
store. Oh,
Yeah, he took
nice.
the whole damn fucking the bin. He said, "Let me get the
I'll
bin."
take everything
I'll
on
take
the
them all.
wall.
Highlander, the final dimension.
Did you pick
Oh.
Did you get like everything they
Oh,
had?
that's
No, I left the last shit.
Oh, you left
Yeah,
a
sure.
lot of
Brand
garbage?
new, unwrapped
Yeah,
planes, trains, and automobiles.
I hope you
Oh,
left
nice.
all the good. I hope you got all the good shit.
I think I did. Another unwrapped. The Deer Hunter, Robert De Niro.
Oh, shit.
Two pack,
Two-pack.
baby. Those
He bought
big
the whole
2-packs.
Big Daddy.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
That
that's a good
was the
one.
first
Yes.
DVD I
Look at
ever
that. It's
had.
fucking look at the plastic. Clean.
No, yeah, those bitches have never been
That's
touched. They came
crazy that those
out
have
of a
plastic
box.
on them.
Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
got 2, 3, and 4. That's like the best ones. I know you're never getting rid of those.
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Oh man, too bad Robbie
Oh,
missed
yeah.
this,
I
man.
couldn't
Robbie
believe
would be
I always
going
see
nuts.
shit. I always see
Right?
shit in this place. Like old fucking shit. And I go in there and Alien Nation's there.
Oh,
I
there
love
we go.
that
Can we
TV
I
do
don't
show,
think
that
I've
right?
seen
one?
that one.
Can we do that
No,
one
that's
for
the movie the
Sci-Fi
TV show is
Soldier?
based on. The
Can we
first
do the
X-Men
Sci-Fi
movie's
Soldier?
there.
Hey, yes.
Yeah, I love
The
that. I
holofoil
love
cover,
that
baby.
VHS.
Look at that shot,
Look
dog.
how fucking
Shiny
clean
ass.
Look at that
is.
shine. Yes.
I love that as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Clash of the Titans.
What?
Brand new.
Bro, how did you? And these are brand new.
Most of
Not
them-
it, still in the plastic,
Robbie
bro.
would
Like
be
that's
like jaw dropped.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's what I
Here's a
said.
jaw drop for you, baby. Charles.
Oh, wow.
dude, I love that.
Brand
I'm so jealous.
new.
I never see 80s horror VHSs. And we go to a lot of thrift shops and shit.
Really?
Did you
No.
ever see Schwarzenegger the Terminator?
Those are-
wow. Hey, that's the movie you gave a 4.5.
That's right.
Yeah, right. This guy.
E.T.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo, can you is it in the package? Can you pull it out real
Yeah.
quick?
He
Oh, it
didn't
is?
want to. He didn't want to say how many bags he walked out with, and there's a reason for that. It was like 5.
Oh, the green. I always used to love the green top
They razzed
of
me.
that shit.
They razzed me about this fucking bag. I bought it there to put the movies in.
Sure you did.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
okay if it's your mom's.
I
look like an
knew
old
it.
lady. I look like a fucking old lady. Bulletproof. Adam Sandler. I forgot about
You know
that
what?
movie.
Fun one.
Scarpet, in your defense, I've worn a flower shirt.
I
You know, so we're even.
I just cannot believe that these are like
Howard Stern Private Parts.
package.
Great movie.
Bro,
Right,
Did you go?
yeah.
Did you go
And
buy a
that they're
new
like
shelf
clean
as well? 'Cause
too.
you're
It's
gonna
not
need
like they're
one.
dirty.
No dents or scuffs and shit. Yeah.
The Hollow Man.
Like oh,
Ooh.
Oh, that's the
favorite.
best Invisible Man movie.
favorite.
Still in shrink wrap.
Better than the original and the one with Kate Moss.
Yep.
Excalibur.
I actually had
I
that
don't think I've
one.
seen that one.
I had that. VHS.
Hollow Man?
I think it's somewhere.
Voyage to the bottom of the sea, baby.
You gotta start
Oh,
your own
wow.
blockbuster pretty soon.
Right. Yeah.
Literally, you
Armageddon.
Oh,
I had that when I was a kid.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That
now
was-
you got to do a VHS.
don't want to close my
And one of my
eyes.
favorite movies, Escape from New York.
Nice.
Wow.
Snake.
Snake. Yeah.
Apocalypse Now.
Oh man,
Oh wow.
that's a cool ass cover.
Yeah. Was that Brian De
He's getting
Palma?
taller than him. Look, it's taller than him.
Bordello of Blood.
Oh, dude,
think I-
That's
that
gotta
one-
be. That's
oh,
gotta be
that's
the
fun.
shittiest cover though.
Oh, Tales from the
ever,
Crypt.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
I want that so bad. I love the fucking tail. I love that when I was a kid.
So did I, man. I think that's gonna be
The
the one
movie's
that I
so
watch.
big it needed 2 cassettes. No, it's both Terminator Collection 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Wow.
I want to do Bordello of Blood on this channel because we did Demon Night.
Yeah, dude. You should
Did
do
that come
that
out before or after Demon Night?
after, like the year or
After.
two.
Oh,
after.
okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to fit Bordello of Blood in next month.
That'd be dope, dude.
Evan needs to tell me. He told me there was something he wanted me to do next month.
I've been wanting to go back and rewatch that one.
Isn't
Yeah.
that two? That's 2 VHSs, isn't it? Or no?
And
I read that book. It was pretty good.
It's a
Dream
big ass
Country?
book.
here's a rare one. I think we did this movie on Dylan's Horror Show. Robert Englund's Eaten Alive.
Oh my god.
VHS.
That's Toby Hooper.
Yeah, I
Robert
wonder why it
England
says
is in the
Robert.
movie.
He's in it, but he's
Yeah, he
not.
was the biggest star of
He's
it.
not. I guess he was.
So look at the.
It's, but I would not have think that he would have been the like put on the thing.
Right. Well, just because of who he is.
Who he is,
But
yeah.
he wasn't. I don't even know if he was like Big and Freddie at that time.
But that was my
70s.
kicking haul.
Or
When
that
I
was
saw
like
these.
80.
I think Eaten Alive was like, was it 86 or 7? I think it was 76, but
I
that
was gonna
VHS
say.
probably came out after A Nightmare on Elm Street. That'd be my
Yeah.
guess.
No, Nightmare on
So
Elm
all
Street would be
these
80.
together.
84.
all
But I
these
bet the
together-
VHS came out in the 80s.
76.
Oh, probably.
But there was no VHS in 76.
right. VHS
Dude,
is probably
That's
came out
the
in the,
original poster art on that VHS.
Yeah.
Like the cartoon look. That I love that cover.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty-
$38 for the lot of these. Not a bad deal.
That's awesome, man.
Hell no, bro. Too bad they didn't cut your deal since you bought so fucking many. But
Well, one of the
dude,
old
I
ladies
think
took
you
me
got
out
a
back
deal
and
anyways.
almost-
With them being shrink wrapped, you could sell those.
At $1 a
I would,
piece or
honestly,
99
I'd hold
cents.
on to
Yeah.
those for a while though, because
Yeah.
they're gonna be worth some money at some point. And don't even open them. But I know like them Star Trek ones. I never see VHS because I'm always looking for like the classic ones. Like if I saw those Star Trek ones, I'd grab them just for the art.
Mhm.
Just for, like a
Yeah.
buck.
That's kind of why I want those X-Men Pizza Hut videos. Do you guys remember
yeah.
like the red and black?
It's
Like just
just like,
because the
even if
cases
you,
look
like,
cool.
They're just the cases are cool, and it's just like we actually
Nostalgia.
watch those.
Yeah, and then, yo.
So, I don't
Are you
know.
talking about for the
I
movies?
like having them.
Or the
I think
cartoon?
they're cool.
The cartoon, like in the early 90s, there's like the Pizza Hut. It was like mostly
Yeah.
black, but there was like the red. Yeah, okay.
I remember
Yeah,
like
that
you
was-
could see a lot of the ads for that in the comics.
Yeah.
90s and shit. That's one of my favorite things
Right,
about buying old comics is the ads. Stuff.
Real
that-
shit.
So good.
What's doomed to call it? Ads of antiquity. That's a cool little.
Good stuff, Scarphead.
Hell yeah. As always.
Yeah.
That's dude.
And you showed off the bag.
I've had fucking find some good shit out in the wild, man. That's crazy. Because I found my out of print Dogma DVD at a Savers.
Nice.
I have one by me too. I have to go check there, man. But they had like nothing VHS in it. I think they had a couple and they were absolute like dog shit, like fucking like cooking shows or some bullshit. Or fucking,
Just make sure you get on your fucking giant yellow condom.
History Channel movies or
Before you
something.
go in there.
Right.
But I can't believe like that you found all those, let alone like how many are brand new. Like those Star Treks are
Untouched.
untouched, dude. Because I have
Untouched by natural
I have a
hands.
couple Universal Monster ones, and they look clean as fuck. Like they were my Jidus, and he just he took care of his shit, and they look so clean. You would think I just almost
Maybe I should send them in to get graded. Huh?
crap off them.
They're doing that, man.
I bought
Shit,
Robbie
yeah, I know,
like
yeah.
25 of them. I sent them to him, but I enjoyed finding them so much that I'm like, oh, fuck that. I'm gonna start collecting them myself.
Collecting myself.
a good place is
Well, I'm lucky too
garage
because I
sales,
just
man.
bought. I just bought a.
Yeah. I love a good garage sale, bro.
A used VHS player from a guy that I don't think he ever used it. The thing is clean.
It looked brand new.
brand new.
He showed it to me.
So
Yeah,
hopefully-
you can find VHS players definitely.
yeah.
That's cool though. I'd like
I'm
to
sure
get
gotta
an
I'll
find
old,
the TVs to go with them.
Yeah, you need to find an old TV. 'cause they
well,
look
what
like
would be
dog
cool
shit
just
in the new ones.
find
That's
the
what I
old
want.
TV with the VHS or
CRT.
Oh, yeah.
CR combo.
I used, dude. I had like
Yeah.
3 sitting in my garage, and my dad just chucked them at one point. They all worked too. Those things like never gave up. As long as you didn't like fucking just throw them on the ground and you like
Sturdy
took
ass.
care of them, dude. Those things
Yeah.
lasted forever.
There's a TV in Japan that came out towards the end of VHS that actually is a high definition tube television
Mm.
that plays these high definition VHSs that came out towards the end of VHS when they were trying to compete with DVD. They would make
Right.
these high density cassettes, and only certain players can play them. They had like more better sound and stuff
Right.
like that. Well, anyway, long story short, there's a TV VCR combination that I think Sony or one of those Japanese companies made. That TV's like $1,000 or more if you go look for it. Like if you're trying to buy that kind, because that's what the people who buy VHSs, that's what they hunted. That kind of TV.
Right.
Well, that and the old video game systems
Yeah.
too.
Dude,
That's
do
the
you know if
biggest
it plays regular VHSs too?
Yeah, it plays all VHS, but it
Okay.
plays that
Nice.
That particular high
definition VHS that was coming out towards the end.
It also
It had a
plays
clearer
The
picture,
HT,
high
yeah,
resolution.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not so much a problem finding those old TVs. It's finding a buddy to help you fucking put it in your car because they weigh a
if
million
you
fucking
can't-
pounds.
How are you gonna get one of those
Yeah.
shipped to you, man? Like
Well, you don't.
That shit's so
You
big.
gotta pick it up. Yeah.
I've seen people try to sell them on Mercari and shit, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how the fuck are you gonna get it to me,
If I can find one around here cheap under $100, I'd love to get like a 25-inch one.
dude? You should be able to find it for like $50 or less,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, I got no place.
I
to
mean,
put it
I
anyways.
guess like if you find it in the neighborhood or something, I feel like you should. But
Yeah.
what the fuck was I gonna say?
VHS.
You're gonna ask me what shows I got coming up.
Heyo.
Yeah, what you got coming up?
Tomorrow night we're coming back and doing Isle of Dogs at 10:00, Wes Anderson movie.
Oh
And
yeah,
Monday we're going to be doing the Alex Garland film Annihilation, which should be fun. And then sometime next week we'll be doing the 5th episode. Can you believe we've done 5? And,
Man, is it really?
And me and Link have not fucking killed each other. We've did 5 shows already. The last
Working
one was
through those
live.
dishes.
The last one was live. The Link behaved.
6 one's a charm.
Because normally,
6 one's a charm.
on the unlive ones, he carries on a lot, but not in the live one. He was good. So
I'll hold
this coming Friday, Thursday, maybe Friday, we're doing Link's pick, which is what?
bullet points. J. Michael Straczynski, Tommy Lee Edwards. It's a cool what if story.
I never read it, but I love J. Michael Straczynski, so I'm going to love that one probably too.
First
Ooh,
volume.
I just
how
saw
many
him.
issues?
6 issues, I believe.
Yeah.
But just premise real quick. It's like, what if like I always fuck up his name. The dude who created Super Soldier Serum, Dr. Escarin or whatever, got shot before he could create it. So it's like Captain America becomes Iron Man, Spider-Man, Peter Parker becomes the Hulk, Bruce Banner becomes Spider-Man, Reed Richards is like the Nick Fury of that world. But it sounds goofy, but it works so well. Like you're like, oh my gosh, no one ever thought of that shit. So it's really cool.
Nice, dude.
Should be fun.
Nice. I want some disagreement on this one.
I've been working towards that. I was like, I gotta find some books that may be challenging for our
It's tough
taste.
because you want to pick good shit. You're picking good, awesome shit, you know.
Ooh.
Which is fucking.
We're working our way there.
I'll find
though.
some piece of shit soon for my total.
Oh boy. I'll shut up.
Did the Blu-ray have
I might.
artwork?
What's that?
I love that.
No.
I can
that's a sick
on
cover.
I could imagine that on a VHS tape, and that would look
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, that was the second movie cover.
Yeah.
But no, we've reviewed everything we've reviewed so far has been fairly good, so we gotta get a piece of shit in there. I might challenge
Get
Link
to
to
weekly
take
books
I
eventually.
thought I'm gonna challenge Link and go back to like a gold key or a Dell or something.
I'll read it, but yeah, that'd probably be our best bet for our argument.
Have some issues.
Yeah.
We haven't had any fucking issues about anything so far. You've we both agree.
I'll keep that in mind. Stop picking good shit.
Yeah, right. What do you do? It's hard to get a workaround on that
Like,
one.
Link, holy shit, Link, who knew Burial Ground had a comic adaptation?
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I gotta find it.
Did you do anything cool today, Fable?
Yeah, man. We had Blaine Fable and his amazing friends with Nick Comic Culture. We had Comic Tom and Fire Guy Ryan on today.
Little small guys named Comic
Little,
Tom
you know,
and
you
Fire
might have heard of these guys. I don't know.
Dude, it went well. It went
Yeah,
so
dude.
fucking well, man, dude. I listened like you guys went for 2 hours, dude. I watched it for an hour and a half before I had to go, but it was riveting. It was so good, dude.
Thank
Tom
you.
is so entertaining.
Thank you.
You guys were great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Ryan.
yeah, we got a good conversation out of those guys. Comic Tom was being more candid than he usually is, and
Hell yeah.
I was glad to hear his takes on the industry and stuff like that. It was very interesting. So, guys, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I'm gonna drop it on YouTube too, probably tonight or tomorrow. For people who hate watching stuff on Instagram, I understand that. I hate watching it on Instagram myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, it was a great show. It was our biggest show, I can tell you that. We had tons of people in the chat.
Hell yeah.
View count.
Some
is
great
crazy.
information, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
So yeah, it was really good, and I thank everybody for showing up and for hanging out with us and elevating the show even more. So yeah, it was great, man. Check it out. Oh, and next week we're gonna have OUG Carrie unofficial geek for the next one. So check that out too, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Bruno, anything this week, brother?
Yes, dude. Doing the next movie review, as I said earlier, this Thursday, 6:30 Central Standard Time, which there are people living in Central Standard Time. Fucking Scarface.
Nobody that matters, at least. But, yeah.
I live here, so that's when we're doing this. To me, that's when we do this show, 6:30 Central Standard Time. But this is Brandon Cronenberg's second movie, right, Dylan? Possessor?
Yep, second movie.
Yeah, second one, the one he did before Infinity Pool in 2020.
Oh, nice.
So it should be a really good conversation. Stoked about it. Doing it with Robbie this Thursday.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And next Saturday, like we said, we are doing Scarpad's pick of the month, Street Trash.
Street Trash.
So, definitely very practical effects driven.
No, it's
and it does try to tackle and handle a serious epidemic we have in this country with homelessness and how divisive and how almost like you just ignore them and the people on the street. So it does kind of cover that territory as well. Nah, fuck it. It's bullshit. They do.
I knew he was doing that.
Chop a guy's fucking penis off and play a football game with it.
Spoiler alert.
It's a highlight, not a spoiler, baby.
I'm joking.
Go watch it.
I'm excited. The cover's badass.
Yeah.
Like, it looks fun.
Some cool effects.
Some bangers this month.
You watched it already, Steph?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, I watched it already too. I was really excited to check it out. I enjoyed it. No, I fucking hated it.
I don't think I ever heard Dylan say that.
I'm just kidding. But you'll have to hear what I think next week. Like I said, so Street Trash next week. That's going to be a lot of fun next Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, as always. And then the following week, like I said, for Fable's birthday, we will be doing Fly double feature 1 and 2. Speaking of David Cronenberg, so Verno's kicking it off with some Cronenberg action. And then the end of month, which I know Robbie is going to be joining us for this one. George Romero's favorite film he's ever done. His work.
Never seen this one.
Martin. So
that was his favorite work or his first work?
That was his favorite thing.
Oh, okay.
He did. Okay. That was his favorite.
You guys are gonna be there for the Fly, right? Like all you guys, right?
Hell yeah! I never seen the Fly too.
Me neither, dude. I'm so stoked.
Cool.
Yeah. Dude, I highly recommend if you have the money, Vern, fucking picking this up for the.
Yeah,
that's sick.
You can get that for about $40 now.
Really? Dude, you know what? I think I'm definitely going to try to watch the original beforehand. Just because I would like to have seen it. I've never seen it.
Such great
the content,
yeah. I know that there's no way I'm going to enjoy it more than I'm going to enjoy.
Oh, man.
Look at that, bro.
That's awesome.
And doesn't have Gina Davis, bro. You know,
all of them individually. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a sick cover.
Hell yeah.
It just
Although then again, I might wait for the Fly in 4K.
I know, that's what I'm thinking too, man. I hate that. That's like, you know, the mentality. But
so they did a few sequels off the original.
Although the other ones are worth getting because they're good movies, and they won't ever have those other ones.
The original Fly is good.
You never know.
The original Fly has Vincent Price.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
Well, no, Vince
look
Bright
at
was
that
actually the
fucking
second fly.
artwork.
Shit, I'd even say
That's
get the
dope.
Fly 2. The Fly 2 might be more valuable than the Fly
Exactly.
1.
This
Look
is
at the
a hard
fly.
one
Look at
to
the
get.
fly's dapper.
Yeah.
On
This is a
Blu-ray,
hard
yeah.
one to get. I'd say this is probably the
Mhm.
hardest one to get.
I'm not
Yeah.
seeing that collection on Amazon.
Oh, dude, I'll find it.
It could be
for you.
sold out.
Scarpad, you gotta say help me.
See, even he has a nice tie too. See,
Oh, that's sick. That's
help
sick.
me,
Did they make you dress him?
help me.
Oh, the Fly collection.
You found it?
Yeah, I found
I
it.
was gonna say there's no fucking.
Well, that's weird because I typed in the Fly collection.
Amazon
but-
is so weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, $41 for that, man.
yeah, that's well worth it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You're
that
getting
sounds too
5
bad.
movies.
And they're all good.
And 2 of them are worth it that I know of.
Yeah.
Well, I've only seen the one, but
Well, the third.
I hear 2's
Dude,
really
you
good.
guys,
Dude,
you
the first
youngsters,
Fly.
that-
So
Oh,
this
no.
one, it has new interviews with producers Mel Brooks, Stuart Cornfield.
I watch black and white
New
films.
audio
Logan.
actually,
Fury
it's not in
Road.
black and white. Actually, the Fly's in color. The Fly was a rare horror movie, old one that's in color. So
Dude, this is gonna
Oh,
be
wow.
so worth it. It's got a commentary from Cronenberg. It's got a 3-part documentary with David Cronenberg. Deleted scenes with storyboard and script comparisons, alternate ending. The Brundle Museum of Natural History.
He's good too. Cronenberg, he's on the Shivers. His interviews are fantastic. There's 2 of them on there. He's cool like that. You can tell he likes to put.
He's
Fly
the killer in Nightbreed. You ever
Yes.
seen Nightbreed?
the best thing too
Wow.
is in the deleted scenes, they have an extra longer take with him actually when his dick falls off and he puts it in the medicine cabinet.
So the guy, for anyone who doesn't know, the guy that did the effects for the first Fly,
Yes.
he's the one who comes back to direct the Fly 2.
Really?
And
Yeah.
this has a bunch of new interviews on it as well, this Blu-ray, and it's got
I
Mick
wanted
Garris
to
was
do
one of the
that
people
one.
that wrote the script, but it
Right.
had a lot of people in the pot for writing the script.
I love that scene where he's in the bathroom in front of the mirror and he's got his ear and he's got his dick and he's got all this other stuff lined up on the shelf. He goes, "Relics of the past."
Yeah. I think that's what the fucking
Yeah.
Brundle Museum of Natural History
Yeah.
is supposed to be.
The
But-
relics of the past.
One thing I'll say,
How do you say it, Scarpet?
me and
The
Fable,
relics of the past.
if it wasn't for Fable, I feel like I would have got hate if I would have done a double feature. Like nobody would have wanted to do Fly 2. But I'm so
Fly
glad
2's not a
that
bad
to
movie.
do it, dude.
No, it's gonna
It's just
it's
not
gonna
as
be
good as the first
interesting.
one, but
It's
it's
gonna
good.
be interesting to see your takes because this is the perfect example of like a filmmaker versus a studio doing their takes on the same kind
Well,
of thing, and they continue well. They continue into each other well. So I think you guys will dig the second one.
Yeah.
It isn't as good as the first, but it is
Like
good.
Alien to Aliens.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
fucking
Yeah,
screenplay.
personal film versus a big studio, kind of like, you know what I mean? We're trying. We
Their
don't got
idea
the
on it.
original guys, but we're taking it. We're gonna go anyway without them, and we're gonna make our
Yeah.
thing. And I think they succeeded, man.
The screenplay is credited by Mick Garris and Frank Darabont, dude.
The second one?
The second.
No way. Wow. Wow.
Cronenberg did
Darabont?
wrote and directed the first one, I believe. I'm pretty damn certain that Cronenberg wrote the script for it. Or okay, I guess not. Screenplay by Charles Edwards Pogue. Yeah. But yeah, Fly 1 and 2 is gonna be a good ass birthday party.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
can't wait.
Can't wait.
So as always, guys, thank you all for hanging out. Everyone, you guys are the best. Go fucking
Yeah, great
feed-
show.
dude.
Great pick.
Always. Fuck yeah, man. I can't wait. Next week. It was gonna be a little lighter. It's gonna be don't take street trash serious. It's definitely. I
Star
wouldn't
Pad
say
already warned
no,
me.
no, you guys
It's
already
the thing here,
making.
we
You
did
guys
it from
already
dusk till
making
dawn.
excuses for
Street
this.
trash,
You
the
guys
fly,
already
the
made it.
balance.
not like
You're
Quentin
almost making
Tarantino
this-
type dialogue. in
No,
this one.
no fucking caveat before the show.
We're keeping the
Watch it.
balance.
Make
No,
your own
I'm
opinion.
saying, but don't go into it like this. This is
No,
gonna
you
be the
can't-
fucking
you
most
can't-
serious movie ever.
Yeah.
No,
It's not
fucking way, dude.
PC, you know, it's very
I-
bad.
Dylan's like, this will not be a
This
repeat
is
of
like
Burial
the second
Ground.
half. It's like the second half of Dust Till Dawn. You know what I mean? It gets
But-
a little crazy.
I'm excited.
There's all sorts of beauty in the horror universe. That's why some are good, some are bad, some are different. They're all interesting.
Something to appreciate
Mm.
sometimes, except for Burial.
Well said. Well said.
Well said, yeah.
Where's my street trash?
Can't find my trash.
Yeah.
That's how you should end the show, man. You should press play right there.
B's nowhere to be found. My street trash not under S? What the fuck? What's my street trash doing under B?
I love Scarpet's jive talk.
It's my job top. It's like Bumblebee.
It's the jiviest.
Bumblebee's friend.
He's lucky he's not big enough to get canceled. He's fine.
Right? It's mildly
The second you're big enough, it's over.
Well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. You guys are the best. We will see you guys tomorrow night on Scarpet Show, 10 p.m. Eastern. And have a great rest of your weekend. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.